Yay, Scuff. I have thick ass thighs, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna have chat can see us. Can only hear me right now.
That happens. That happens.
No, maybe it was just a preview. I don't Sometimes want to be a single dad anymore. I want to.
Oh, that's true. So the preview usually has less resources assigned to it. Yeah.
The problem with that is also it wasn't showing me the green. I'm choppy now.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is what we live for. This is what we live for.
I just noticed your Fugi. Sorry.
Wait, I don't know which Fugi I've currently got going. Oh, I know. Okay, now I remember which Fugi I'm doing right now. That's a good one.
It's a good Fugi. They don't see it yet. They might see it later. Let me just adjust the filter real quick. Color key. Why are we doing this? Oh, that was the. Sure. That looks good. Right, chat? All right.
Chat.
All right.
All right.
That needs to be paused because music is too much. We'll put in some little bit of lo-fi in the background.
All right, good choice. Good choice.
Okay, now I'm gonna say hi to chat. I know they can hear all this, but it's still funny that I just dictate everything that we say. Am I just getting super bad frames? Oh, I know what I can do. This is also my fault. I can just lower the stream quality.
Oh, that's always a power move.
We're just gonna do that. We're just gonna do that. That's better. It's gonna look terrible on your end, but stream will prevail.
I usually watch streams in 160p, so like,
it's only I only have a gigabit connection. You know that's it. That's all I have.
Yeah. See, I'm a New Yorker, and so our internet is generally terrible, which is kind of shocking given that it's, New York City. And for some weird reason, the internet gets really bad whenever it rains.
That's really weird.
It's there's multiple theories about it, and the theory that the one VTuber I'm friends with in the New York area has is this because everybody goes indoors and like gets on their phones and stuff.
I guess. But
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's not what I'm thinking. I don't think that makes sense.
All right. Give me 1 sec before we keep yapping, which is great. Hello, Cloudypunk. Hello, Blazes Blicker. Hello, Dragonstar. Hello, Real40. Hello, Sage. Hello, reading Grutland. Hello, RWD. Hello, Force Content. Hello, Jedi King. I feel like I got you all. I don't know. Hello, El Montes.
Hello, me. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi,
hello.
Everyone.
Hello, Caillou.
Oh, I didn't tweet. Mother.
Yep. Give me. It's okay. It's okay. The other day I forgot to do my going live tweet until I had been live for over 2 hours.
It's fine. It's not fine.
It's not like humans are on Twitter anyway. Like,
We're not gonna have this rant about Twitter. How the only reason why everyone uses it because everyone uses it. That's the only reason.
I
Nobody
well, I mean,
wants to use it.
well, that's like the virtue of a social network, right? Like quantity is a quality all its own when it comes to a social network.
The people that
Uh,
want to use Twitter are horrible human beings.
Oh, this is true. This is unambiguous. That's like undoubted. Like there's a couple things that are keeping Twitter like going from our perspective, right? As humans. And one part of that is just like sheer inertia of the fact that like Twitter was the text-based social media platform once Facebook became like really terrifying to use.
Yes.
So like back in like 2013, 2014, it was like the inheritor after Facebook became just like unusable. So like there's inertia. There's the fact that like there are Twitter competitors that some people are trying to move towards, but like only Americans ever move to them. So
Yeah.
like all of my non-American followers are just like, why would I lie?
Which is
and I'm
annoying.
just like, it is frustrating, especially because I've got a pretty like you and I, right? Like the hours that we're streaming at, not as many, a lot of non-Americans, right?
Yeah.
Like I've
Well,
got a lot of
the
non-Americans
Europeans
who
all
watch it.
complain to me that I stream at
Oh.
ungodly hours and they hate me for it.
I used to have a lot of European viewers, because like when I was like really early streaming, like when I was like a 1-2 viewer streamer, the game I used to like test myself to be like, can I keep a stream going? Can I keep yapping for like hours with nobody talking back to me? How do I feel about like streaming at this hour versus that hour versus how many hours in a week? All that stuff, all this stuff that like is like basic artistic experimentation stuff. I used Victoria 3. Which is, I don't know, do you know Victoria 3?
No, I do not.
Okay. So have you heard of Crusader Kings?
Yes.
Okay, so Crusader Kings, but instead of knights, you have factories.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the basic gist of it. It's an insane map game for people who love spreadsheets. So of course
Not
the Europeans love
spreadsheets.
it. Of course the Europeans love it.
Yes.
They're
Eve Online. They're
Yeah.
weird. They're weird.
Yeah,
things that they all
they're
love.
train simulators, they're truck simulators.
Hey, I like train.
Yeah. I mean, this is why you and I both have European viewers that are mad that we're
Yes.
streaming at like 3 in the morning Europe time. It's like, yeah, I did have like a really loyal European fan base, and then it was just like, I really just need to not be on stream between like about 7 and 10 p.m. US Eastern. I need to be like free during those hours, or else my other job really goes to hell.
Yes.
So like,
Yeah, no, I get
like.
All right.
It's like I moved everything to like after 10 to like 10 p.m. and like all of my Europe bros are like, they'll show up like 5 hours into a stream and be like, I woke up in time. It's like I appreciate your loyalty, but also damn, that's
Okay, so
crazy.
Chat might not know who you are, so
This is fair. This is fair. I didn't
this
introduce
is
myself
fair.
at all.
We kind of did the cold open, a little bit of a cold open.
Yeah, very
also-
cold. Very cold.
Very cold. And sometimes say Frit. No, it's good.
Yeah.
Also, hi Zip, hi Japan, hello Maraxai. Welcome on in. Yes. So, if you guys don't know, this is Almontis. He is an ex-professor, right?
Yes. Yes, I am a former professor. I am a former professor of sociology. I now am anime online for money. That's my life these days. And I mostly do calligraphy and mini painting. And sometimes play usually kind of weird games. Kerbal Space Program.
That's not a weird game.
Okay. Honestly, I feel like Twitch has attuned me to thinking that like anything other than like Valorant, Marvel Rivals, Overwatch,
Don't say
League-
Valorant.
League is like a weird game. Like Minecraft, like those are like normal games, like 10 games.
Yes. Who is your fluffy moth pet?
I'm really bad at coming up with names, but I'm orbiting Inkwell. as the
Inkwell.
name.
I do like Inkwell. That's
Yeah,
pretty
it's-
good.
I think I'm gonna go with that. I wish I wrote down who recommended it because it was definitely a chatter. It definitely was not me. I have a very strong memory that one of the last times I DM'd, I couldn't come up with names for NPCs, and I just kept on asking the players to come up with names for NPCs. And eventually, just one of the players, I was like, "Okay, hold on, fuck it. Like, let's just have you run a campaign. Like, let's just have you do it." Because she was so much better than me at like all of the GMing tasks. I was just the GM by default. But yeah, no, this is Inkwell. I guess I'm going with it. Yeah, look, cute little guy, cute little guy. I like him. I like him.
I always thought it was adorable. It's very cute. Yes.
Uh, and this is like a real sign that I'm like a really bad like the commerce side of VTubing is I was like, oh, this is like a cute little thing. I'll make it like like somebody made fan art of like made this was like a fan design
Yeah.
by Nocturnal Ash like a million years ago. And then like I eventually was like, you know what, I should add like it's nice to have a little chat pet. I got a pet rigged up and I made it a subathon reward, and eventually like we hit the subathon goal and I put it on, and I just thought it'd be like a nice cute little thing. And then like one of the first things that somebody said was, I need 50 plushies of that guy right now. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't think about
That would
making
make a
plushies
good
at all.
plushie. Holy shit.
I didn't think about this at all. It did not occur to me. uh, really did not occur to me. You know, I am not commercial enough for my own good. Like,
Dude, merch has always been a huge thing for like, because I know people that like a lot of their income like kind of comes in from merch, or a good chunk, I would say. And well, let's rewind. Hololive. Do you know like what did you see the reportings on Hololive and like how much money they make? On merch?
I didn't see their most recent financial report, but I did see their investor report for 2024, and yeah, it's their main source of income.
That's crazy. It's crazy when their actual merch is terrible. They have no good merch. It's all garbage.
No. I've always wondered about it myself because like I've talked to some other VTubers who've been in the business for a while, and a lot of them have told me like only do merch if you like want to make merch. If that's like an emotionally and artistically important thing to you as like the streamer, make the merch. But like the labor that goes into it and the manufacturing costs are going to like eat up pretty much everything. And I'm guessing that part of it is that when you're really big, you get to take advantage of like economies of scale.
Yeah.
Like when you are like cover, like because like when like I did look at like how much like what is it to make like 50 plushies, right? Like I feel like it's like
plushies that you never make money on plushies.
Yeah. Like, well, I don't know what else I would. I've thought about some things that I might be able to sell, and I've just have been kind of crappy about doing it. I do kind of get the impression that if you go through the companies that make dedicated VTuber merch, they're kind of ripping you off.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard mixed things about Uwu Market and stuff like that. Hello, Noir. Welcome on in.
Noir is the person who said that she wants 50 plushies.
I don't blame them for wanting plushies. Yeah. Everyone would. Okay. Mostly every streamer wants to make a plushie. The amount of money it takes to get that, or like they have to be on the hook for, is too much. And like I get why.
I think that for me it would make more sense to do like embossed notebooks, like stationery type stuff.
Yeah.
And part of the advantage of that is that I wouldn't go through like a traditional merch maker. I'd go through like a corporate like promotional materials maker, which are much cheaper. But yeah, it's
oh what?
Okay, no, I just heard like a silence, like a deafening silence for a second. I was like, oh no, did I drop? I think we're good. But yeah, it's yeah for me, I'm like so bad at thinking about it because I'm like I live in like a little tiny shoebox in New York City, and like anytime somebody buys me a gift of any kind, I just like immediately get stressed out about where I'm gonna put it. like anything other than like beer. Like it's like no, I have like an obligation for like you've now like ruined my entire storage system.
That's one funny. Thank you for the follow, Noir. Yeah, no, I kind of feel like, so I went from a like to 2-bed like full house down to a little dinky apartment as well. Man, yeah. It's rough. It's rough having storage, and like God, I have so much stuff I need to just get rid of. I don't want to.
I don't tend to have a lot of stuff, but I also like.
I do.
I had like a lot of housing instability for a while, and so there's a period of my. I very distinctly remember moving 6 times in 6 months.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it was not great.
6 times and so, like, in 6 months. Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Well, that gets you to the point where you have like you can move in like one trip on foot. Like I literally did that. I literally did a move on foot.
That makes me sad, actually.
It was just like one duffel bag of clothing, and the laptop was basically what I had.
Huh.
Uh, yeah, yeah. I have a lot more stuff now because I've been like painting minis and stuff like that, and I've got all these like
Miniatures are
calligraphy.
it's the worst.
Uh, I mean, it feels so bad because they call them miniatures, right? They're supposed to be small. Like, what's the point?
You have all of them though. They're it's just my problem is I have a 3D printer. So since I have a 3D printer, I can print whatever I want. I haven't hooked up my 3D printer ever since I moved, just for the reasons I don't need shit. I don't need like anything clogging my
Mhm. Well, here's like the terrifying thing about minis, right? As like a hobby, is that like if you live in like a big city, you don't have the space to store anything, but you can get to game stores easily and like find other gamers really easily. But if you live in a place that's rural enough where you have all the space to store like all the models and like the scenery and stuff, there's nobody. You know, it's like you have to go like 2 hours to do anything. It's like you lose. Like there's no good option. They're both terrible. Both terrible ways to live your life.
Welcome back. Yeah, so it man, see now you just all these topics you want to do. You want to get into like to the housing market. You want to be like there's so many. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I did have an
a dense
existential crisis before
conversationalist.
the stream started. Not your fault. It was just somebody else's fault. It's fine.
I tend to be a pretty dense conversationalist. You can follow up on wherever you wanna go with any
Look
of this
at the
stuff.
ADHD hour. I'm
Oh,
well.
yeah. Yeah. No, it's. Well, I mean, this is the thing I keep on saying about streaming, right? Is that like having terrible ADHD is actually kind of an advantage in this space.
Yes.
Like it makes you a stronger yapper, if nothing else.
Which is funny, is because I don't really have ADHD, and also I don't like talking.
So what do you like doing here?
No, I do talk. I don't like talking. I do talk a lot. I have used streaming to force myself to talk.
Okay. So you were more of the strong silent type before you joined those fucking nerds.
Oh yeah,
over
no,
here.
I could sit in a room and not talk for hours and be happy with that.
Oh, see, I can do that, but like I got like I'm older, and so I had a bit of a different education than what you might reasonably see in the 21st century. It's like I got trained in like public speaking pretty young.
Okay, never had to do that.
I remember like several times giving speeches in front of like a pretty significant chunk of my entire town in like 7th and 8th grade with no notes. Like just going up in front of just going up on like a pulpit or something like that, and just, you know, following up on another speaker or introducing a new topic or something like that. Yeah, like it's something I got introduced to like quite young, and it was really good because it meant the like easy part of teaching for me. When I got into teaching and becoming a professor, like easy for me to be in front of a classroom for hours a week and just filling the air.
Now, do you think we're too easy on the children? Now, is that do you think they're raised to be too soft?
No. It's I mean, we're hitting on a topic that's like near and dear to my heart, which is like having strong opinions about how we teach.
Yes.
And
They're soft.
I don't like the way we teach a bunch of topics, and I don't like that we've moved.
That's another.
Yeah.
So my mom is a
teacher
as well, or was a teacher.
Oh, okay.
So like,
what did she teach?
Elementary school.
Okay, elementary school is crazy hard. It is madness to me that like like professors tend to be like the more high prestige and more compensated teachers, and like elementary school teaching is treated as like this like backwater for no talent nothings. And it's like this is not the case at all. Like this is not the case at all. The consequences of a bad kindergarten teacher are so much more dire than the consequences of a bad professor.
Yes,
like
you're not
it's
wrong.
So much more important to have high skilled people in the lowest grades. Like that's like the effects of a good or bad teacher in the earliest years compound throughout the entire education system. Like we need to be treating we should be paying elementary school teachers like $200,000 a year.
We should send the kids back
Like,
to the mines.
uh, and
Uh,
it's
Go on.
no, I just like I've got like it's kind of funny because like I've got a lot of thoughts and a lot of it's not. I don't actually have a background in education itself,
Yeah.
right? Like in like education theory, or like pedagogical theory. I just have sociology degrees, and then I taught, and I taught some other grade levels because people just kind of take for granted that if you teach at a higher level, you can handle lower levels, and this is not true.
No, it's not.
No,
No, it's not. You can't handle those
not.
little shits. No, it doesn't. That's not how that works.
Well, I'm like not good with kids. Is like I'm like really shocked that anybody like it was like a bit of an emergency situation, but like I did get put in front of like elementary school classrooms a handful of times, and it's like this was stupid. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to talk to these people. Like, like this was a bad plan. Like
That's really funny.
I'm not happy. They're not happy. Like, like this is not right. But yeah, I and it's not like just like a matter like there's part of it is like a matter of like the knowledge levels. Like if you're teaching college and grad students, you just like you can expect your student to know a certain amount. And one of the things I keep on saying about being a professor that's nuts compared to other teachers, like maybe people who haven't been teachers won't like internalize how nuts this is. If my students failed, it was not my problem at all. Like
That's
if anything, if any number less than 80% of my students failed, I didn't even get like the faculty didn't even bring it up. Like I could fail like 50+% of the students, and it would have been like, yeah, cool.
yeah. So this is why I had a problem with some teachers in college as well.
Yeah.
Is because some of them like wanted. Okay, there's two aspects of this.
Some of them are malicious. Yeah, some of them are assholes. Like that's
Some of
fair.
them- well,
I wasn't.
Some of them are there because they're forced to teach because they get government grants and they don't actually want to teach, but they have
Yep.
to because they're into college.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
also
teaching,
the
teaching is a
aspects.
tax for them to get to do research. Yeah.
There's also the things that like getting a 2 on your test is an A because it's for some reason you're not supposed to.
I did do a force curve on mine. My curve. I didn't do the force curve where like there's like mandatory percentage of students who fail, but I did basically curve everybody's points up by like 15-20% points upwards.
That's crazy. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that's just I don't know.
Honestly, a lot of it was just out of like the sheer laziness of like for a lot of assignments, I would just like grade them like 1, 2, 3, where like a 2 was acceptable and a 3 was like like 1 was like 0 was you didn't hand it in, 1 was like you did the bare minimum, 2 was like you did fine, 3 was you did a really good job. But like a 2 is like a 66% on that curve.
Yeah.
So like I had to do something to like make up for that.
I get that.
So like what was annoying was that the university I went to like gave us like you have to like you cannot just like make an 82 an A. It was like an A has to be like a 94% or above. And I was like, okay, so I just have to like do math. Like that like confuses the students, right? And it wasn't like hard math. It was just like I just didn't divide by the total number of points in the entire class. It was like if there was like 100 points in the class, they just divided by 80. So if you got like an 80 out of 80, it was like that was 100 basically. I will say Lantestanor, and for people who are wondering about this, most of the time when I failed a student, the vast majority of the time I failed a student, it was for no shows. Like almost not 100% of the students I failed, but the majority of the students I failed were students who showed up to the first week of class and then never showed up again, never handed in any assignments, and didn't like fill out a withdrawal form.
Interesting.
And it's like
That's
I don't know what to do about this.
Well,
Like,
there's a whole thing about that
Yeah.
where
Well, I mean, it's like the big difference. Right?
that
Like,
sucks because
well, it sucks. It's stupid of them. Yeah.
because college kids sometimes shouldn't be in college because
Oh yeah.
they go right from high school and all that stuff, and it's really a very different
Oh,
point
yeah.
of their life, and they're not prepared for it, and they don't do the things that they need to do. Hell, I know
Yeah.
people in the working industry that don't do the things that they need to do and just fall. It's hey, life's tough.
Latinosaur. Thank you, Latinosaur.
Latinosaur, yes.
Thank you. But yeah, the Well, like that was one of the things I've really noticed about my students was like any student I had over the age of 25 was an absolute rock star.
Yeah.
And like the students who are like traditional students, which is what we call them, like a student who goes straight from high school to college, they were kind of all over the place. Like some of them were really, really good, and then some of them were just like they're just like getting high in class all the time, and I'm like,
it's almost like
you're
we should
an adult.
normalize it. Force gap year.
This is why we should have a Korea style national draft, is just to make sure
No,
we keep them before
that's not what we should do. That's the worst case scenario. You don't know.
I do know enough. I do know enough Koreans and Swedes to know that that's like not actually a very smart solution.
Well, I'm not talking about that solution. I'm just talking about think about all of that going to the United States Army of just like
that's exactly this is like the reason why we don't do it.
Yeah.
Why we don't have like a big like national draft thing is that like drafts make your soldiers worse. Like that's just what happens. Like
hey, maybe that's a whole other topic. That's
a whole other topic, and I may not be the smartest talking about it. Oh, I actually do kind of love like military history and military theory. That's kind of like a really big one. Well, it's a lot of college kids don't have good support networks, and a lot of college kids,
they either
don't have a sense
or they
of
don't, and the ones that don't are really fricked.
Well, and the ones who what it felt like to me, right? What it felt like to me, like having been a college student at one point and then having been a professor to many other college students, was it wasn't like the students who don't have any support network. It was the students who were too acculturated to having too strong of a support network.
Sure.
Like if you are used to like if you miss an assignment, the teacher calls you.
Yeah.
Or like you miss class.
I don't know if that's really support network or basically.
Well, I mean, let's use a more neutral language here, right? External enforcement mechanism.
Sure.
Right, like external enforcement. Like it was the kids who were used to having external enforcement that I felt like really struggled with getting used to just having to be self-directed.
Yes.
And
my name is
they also tended. It was also when they tended to think of school as like a thing that they were obligated to do.
Bear rar means I love you in dinosaur. Thanks for that TTS.
Thanks, Dinosaur.
Thanks, Dinosaur.
But that was if you were used to that. If you were not used to like you have to be responsible for your own schedule, you have to be responsible for showing up to work on time, and nobody else is going to do that, and your boss will fire you if you don't. That seemed to be the biggest difference, right?
Yes.
But also if you don't think of school as like a thing that you are actively choosing to do.
Yes. All right, we need to run ads real quick.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
To run some ads. I'm gonna do 3 minutes of ads so we could be less breaks. But
Roger.
If you also, I tend, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna run that 3-minute ad. Sorry, I ads are a whole thing that I also hate on this network. It's fine.
It might be cope on my part, but I kind of need to get up and stretch and use the bathroom about once an hour. So it's like having a 3-minute break is nice at a level. I just wish I had a better sense of the volume on it.
Yes.
That's like the biggest thing is I want like I do not like it. I do not like people fall asleep to my streams and then like they get like their ears blown out by like a play Valorant.
Oh yeah, it's the worst. Man,
like I don't quite know like what the strategy is for mitigating that. Like the strategy I heard for mitigating it, the closest I've heard is like making your own stream really loud so that they adjust things down on their own side.
Yeah,
that's all I can think of. That's all I've got. It doesn't feel like enough.
I think being louder is always the better way because people can always turn you down way easier than they can turn you up.
Oh yeah. That's kind of my thought. Is
it's like the room should be cold because it's a lot easier to put on layers and take off layers.
Spoken like a true hairy dude.
It's not. Yeah, it's completely out of that necessity.
Yeah. I am very much the same way. And I like wearing like layered sweaters and stuff, so it's like an absolute nightmare
I
where I'm
never
just like
get to.
constantly.
I don't ever
Yeah.
get to wear anything long sleeve.
I mean, you saw me in cosplay
Yes, you
at
hot.
I was cooking. I was getting cooked there. I was surviving largely off of just like sheer like con energy, keeping me from just like actually melting into a puddle. There were people who were like worried about me when
I
they
bet.
saw my cosplay. Like friends in my life were like, "We need you to have a different outfit so that you don't like literally die doing your cosplay."
Yeah.
Uh, I
No.
am fortunate that it was actually pretty temperate.
As
At
someone that has
Off-Guy.
had a bear hat on their head, it gets freaking hot sometimes, especially all the fur.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah. The fur is gonna really
Cosplay
add up.
people do not understand the lengths cosplayers will go to suffer for extended periods of time to make them look good.
I am fortunate that like all of the cosplay stuff I do is like things that a person might credibly wear.
Yeah,
Because I'm just
no.
cosplaying as myself, as like Almonthas. And like I rebase the outfits on like outfits that actual human beings wore and like real life references and stuff. And then like I'm like a big fat hairy guy, and I'm wearing like
You're not fat
all this like it's extremely frustrating that the doctors tell a different story.
Okay, well, you know,
yeah, very
you're not
annoying.
wrong. The BMI is there, but like,
Yeah. Uh, but the like I'm this big guy wearing like this like heavy clothes, and then like there's these tiny girls who are wearing like functionally a bikini made of PVC.
Okay,
Right? like,
I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. So whenever I like the idea of cosplaying to my build. The problem with this is most of the characters that have my build are either in full suits of armor, usually some kind of animalistic thing where it's all fur, full body paint, or just anything that's absolutely the most hottest thing possible or most complex. There are so few like big guys that have beards that are just like don't wear that much.
We need to figure out a way to get the big guys in crop tops.
Because think about this. One that doesn't wear a lot of clothes is Kratos. However, guess what he has on him? All body the paint. White paint all over his body.
Just be a true VTuber and don't step outside for the entire year.
No, I'm literally trying to get it so I can go outside and stream.
Just make your streaming setup with all blackout. Just blackout. Just put yourself in the vault until between Off-Kai so that you're properly pale.
You could do a good Nanami cosplay from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, I am such like a not anime guy that I definitely thought that was Nami from One Piece, and I was like,
hey, no, if you want to do Nami for One Piece, do Nami from One Piece. Like, you know, rock that.
It's like I'm not sure about that one.
Also, I could do this. I could do this.
We haven't made models for it, but we've got some gender bent designs of me, and they're pretty good.
Me too,
they're pretty good. They're extremely milfy. Oh, this guy's so young though. Kenta, he's born. He's a '90s baby. But yeah, I could definitely wear. I could definitely pull this off. But that's the thing, right? Like I've definitely chosen to go for pretty realistic outfits, which like there's like two other and this is like the problem that you have as well, is right. Like I am doing like pretty realistic outfits from like the 30s and 40s and 50s when things were when like you could actually buy a tailored suit for less than like half of a year's wages. So like there's a big difference.
Yeah, no, man.
And like things were not like the world was just actually literally colder. So like it's and I think people also had a higher tolerance for smelling like a goat.
What? Oh, wait.
People smoked so much back then, man.
Yeah, they did.
like I don't think that they would notice if you had like some fairly nasty BO because you actually just smelled like a cigar smoked in absinthe.
Man, that
like,
reminds me of a bad thing that happened. By the way, I DM'd you the picture of some of the female
that's
stuff.
super cute. That's super cute. I love
the problem is I have to get the like, oh, man, artists are so expensive and it bugs me. Hi, welcome to Lacquerous. Pool party graves. Pool party graves wouldn't be that bad. I get what you're saying, but that's also wearing a bathing suit to a convention. That's not that fun either.
Offkai was at least like fairly warm, so some of the people
Yes.
wearing like relatively cold stuff were fine. But like I'm going to MAG as the next con I'm going to.
Ooh, I'm jealous.
That's what I was gonna ask if you're going to MAG because but like the thing with MAG is that it's like it's in January on the East Coast.
Why is it
So, like, there was-
January? Oh,
There was ice on the river last year. Like the river was like largely frozen over.
thank you, Dragon.
So it was like and like people were going, but then like inside the convention center itself, it was like 80 degrees.
That sounds hell.
Right.
That sounds
So like there's like no possible way to be comfortable.
Like
Like-
I also I'm a northeasterner as well.
Okay.
Or if you didn't know that, I grew up in New England. It's
Oh, okay.
so I know the harshness of the winter is coming. Where because like one of my favorite conventions was PAX East.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
I love that convention, but it was in Boston in March, which isn't as cold as is it as cold as January in Maryland? Maryland's a little southern.
So like January Maryland is going to be like a bit below freezing. Like
Okay,
20
so
to
probably
30.
yeah, a little bit. It can be colder or usually colder.
Can be colder. I think probably not often. Like it gets above freezing for a decent chunk of that.
But yeah, 80 inside sucks.
Oh, it sucks so much. And it's just like and it's like people are trying to do cosplay photo shoots, like both that are like adapted to be both like on the indoor area, but also like the area outside the Gaylord is actually pretty cool to like take photos at.
Why
Like,
is there another Gaylord? Like
I don't know. It feels kind of insane to have a like 20,000 person hotel called the Gaylord.
the WeebCon also took place at the Gaylord in Texas.
Oh, I just have to imagine that a non-trivial percentage of the business that they do during like non-con seasons is for gay dudes. Like it's got to be like,
Yeah.
Like there's just like I just can't
Please don't.
imagine that like the gay guys are not going like, oh come on, like we've gotta like, we just like we gotta set up an orgy there. Like what are we doing if we don't
Not the
do
orgy
that?
talk again. That was such a oh my god. You know people freaked out about the orgy at TwitchCon, right?
Come on, let people enjoy
No,
things.
no. There's two levels of this. I make the joke that orgies started happening because people would make the joke about going to an orgy.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah. No, if you give YouTubers a bit, they'll do it.
No, but then
Right.
they felt left out, so they started the orgy to not be left out instead. So like that's definitely how it happens.
I mean, okay, I will. So like, not really much. I really hope that this is just like some very basic sociology for people here. Like, what are VTubers? Just doing some very basic sociological analysis. I'm going more basic.
Okay, so we're gonna go into your specialty.
Yeah, we're going to like my actual specialty here. Very, very basic stuff here. VTubers are nerds who most of their contact with their peers is online. They're highly driven. They're highly self-driven. They are often socially isolated, and they're often quite young. Take a bunch of young, creative, artsy people who are ambitious and put them in a hotel room with all of their peers for 1 week out of a year. What the fuck do you think is going to happen? Come on.
it's like the Olympics. It's like the Olympics.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on. Just like use like a little bit of like 1 + 1 = 2 here, right? Like,
It's really funny, actually. The way you put it, yeah. If you just think about the Olympic, the whole issue with the Olympics, and the Olympic thing where they had to like give out free condoms and everything like that.
Yeah. No. I mean, like any organization that puts young people, that puts young adults into close proximity for limited periods of time, like you're an idiot if you don't give them condoms. Like that's just irresponsibility since like 1910 that we've known this.
There was a streamer that was handing out condoms with their
Yeah.
picture on it.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I wouldn't use that
Yeah.
condom, but that's pretty good.
I mean, was it on the wrapper or was it actually on the condom?
The rapper, but
Okay,
still,
it was on the wrapper. Like, who cares? Like,
I can't trust any VTuber that I just can't. Like, come on,
I just assume that you just like
print it.
get some decals and you just get some decals and print out a bunch of decals and
Well,
put them
no,
on, like,
it was a
like that.
custom printed one, so like it
Oh,
was very
well, not a
professionally
big deal. It's
done.
a screen print. Yeah, it's a screen print. Like whatever.
At least they're not like stapling their picture or photos to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Like that's
Yeah, that breaks the condom. Like, this is.
that would also be funny and very VTuber core, but still.
It would be very funny and very VTuber core. I mean, Ravenkill, you're not wrong. It is. I mean, there is something to be said for the fact that, you know, being an athlete, being very physically active, does
Yes.
increase libido because of how human bodies operate. But like, still, the basic logic is just like, you put a bunch of young people who are like highly driven and
Also
like
very touch starved.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah,
very
yeah.
much touch starved.
A very huggy conference. A very huggy conference.
So many of them haven't traveled in like 6 to 8 months.
I mean, this is like an interesting thing, and this actually gets to kind of like a topic that I was thinking about when we were going into this, of just like I came into VTubing like not from the VTubing side.
Okay.
I came into this because I wanted to do a performing art, and I didn't want to show my face.
Fair.
Like, and then like that lands you on VTubing, right? Like VTubing is just like a nice, a good intersection of like, I want to do public speaking, but I don't want to actually be seen. Like it's very, very much just that. And then, so like, a lot of the things I hear that are like pretty common in the VTubing space are like still kind of surprising to me. And the number of people who I've talked to in the VTubing space who like haven't gone on a physical vacation or even taken like more than a week off from work in over a year.
No, I understand
it's just, like,
why though.
crazy to me. Yeah, well, there's a lot of reasons why, right? There's like the Skinner box element to streaming. There's a lot of I mean, if we're gonna be really depressing about it, right? A lot of VTubers are, a fairly large percentage of VTubers are like, they got into VTubing because the rest of their social life was a dumpster fire.
Yes. That's one of the reasons why I kind of got into it. Is my social life kind of took a weird turn. So I was like, let's try this. And then it was way more successful than it needed. I'm actually mad how successful it was to finding people so like I was in a bad spot in my life where I was like, I have to get out of this place, moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, tried to go to a big city to try to find people to like connect with because I, wanted to change a pace, change a life. And then really, really gave it my all and like went to like speed dating, went to like board game events, get to all these things and made zero lasting connections. Started streaming, so many connections. Like what? That's not right. Like, why did that happen?
It's really interesting, right?
Yes.
It's really strange that this is kind of like how it shakes out. So like I was specific. Oh my goodness, I think I closed it again for like the third time after I wanted to make sure I had it on hand for us to talk about this. I'm not going to link it because I don't want to like put a guy on blast. Admittedly, this guy is like way bigger, so like I don't really
put everyone on blast. It's gotta be.
I don't want to be that type of person on. I don't want to be that type of social media user, like the person like putting people on blast. Like that's
how you get popular. That's another topic we're not going to talk about right now.
That's the way that some people get popular. It would
a lot of people, and it pisses me off. Anyways,
I don't think it's a good strategy.
No, I don't either.
I don't believe in it. I'm not a believer in it. Oh my goodness, where is it? Where is it?
No, it's funny because
No.
like there was like recent drama about a person, and I'm like, I have a story about that person, but I'm not gonna type it out. It's probably bad for my brand not to type it out, but I'm just like, I don't want to do that to myself. Like, I can't
so-
cross that
so-
line.
So I try to do two things.
Yes.
On my artistic vision for how I stream is that I want to be comfy but interesting.
Yes.
Okay, that's like my goal as an artist. That's like that. If I am doing that, I am succeeding. And I say this way because there's a lot of like comfy, cozy content out there that's really boring.
God damn it.
And
Just give me a TTS
because I think a lot of
spot in a sec.
what was that?
Just give me a TTS spot in a sec, and I
Okay, let's
what no, it's sometimes delayed and it really bothers me. Sometimes how it not instant is.
Mm.
And it's sometimes it takes like a minute. I'm like, I see it going through. It's
Hi,
got there we go.
I'm Caillou Kuma. Every day, thousands of VTubers stream with severe vitamin deficiencies. No D, no C, no concept of sunlight. One thought calcium was a VTuber collab. I'm launching the V Vitamin Rescue Initiative. For one sub a
I
day,
actually do want to
you
do
can give
a
a VTuber
my
a
branded
Flintstone
vitamins. That'd be
gummy
so
and
funny.
a reason
That's actually
to
pretty
live.
good. That's actually a pretty
Please.
good.
Because- oh my God.
Clicking
I-
LEDs again.
Not to go on a tangent, but I literally had like 5 to 10 friends that all were suffering from either vitamin D or iron deficiencies. And if
Oh,
this
it's so common.
this
It's
is
so
after I
common.
warned them, please take multiple vitamins. Please take iron, especially if you're a girl. Like, just
Also, if you're taking your vitamin D, try to take not vitamin D, your iron. Make sure you take it with vitamin C at the same time. That increases absorption considerably.
but most men don't. It's a whole thing. It's a lot.
I mean,
but yes.
I am close on iron deficiency because I'm vegan, right?
Yes.
And also I donate blood a lot, and I'm like close on the blood donation list.
Donate
not on like
blood.
not on actual anemia, but on like for blood donations, they've got a higher limit because they're pulling blood out of you. So like they don't want to do that to people who aren't like on pretty good iron levels.
Shark, I was the same way. I had low iron for a while, but my multivitamin, like, so I stopped taking it in my multivitamin because everyone's like, oh, men don't need as much iron. I'm like, maybe it's just my diet as I don't eat as much meat as well, because like I eat a lot of chicken, but like I don't have I don't have red meat in my diet mostly, unless my dad goes hunting. But now I'm not even there, so yeah, no, now I have to go back to multivitamins with iron.
I think I'm pretty sure I'm getting most of my iron from spinach.
Spinach is good.
Spinach is good. I love spinach so much. But yeah, this was the post that I saw that I've been thinking about. I've been chewing on a little bit. Quote: "This weird obsession with staying home, thinking that fame is one Twitch stream away, all food should be delivered or eaten in a car with a camera on the dashboard, and that going to do things is a burden, is a trap. Stop falling for it. You're not going to make money or friends." End quote. The grammar in there is not perfect.
No.
I will say this as an editor. I think that this is slightly unclear grammar, where it becomes unclear where the is a trap distributes over the rest of the clauses. But it particularly hit me because of like specifically calling out Twitch streams as like part of being antisocial. And I am partially wondering at how much is like a difference between VTubers and non-VTubers.
As someone that solely used to watch non-VTubers before I watched VTubers, not that much different, honestly.
Okay. Because like I did kind of notice that the non-VTubers don't like raid out nearly as much.
Yes,
It seems to be like way less of a
If
deal
you
to
want to talk
them.
about like community stuff and rating out,
Yeah.
like that's way different.
Yeah. They do seem to be a bit more atomized over in the Flesh Trooper world. That's my impression. That's just like an impression I have. And it's interesting, right? Because I kind of think that like doing Twitch streams to like get famous and build an audience and blah blah blah, and meeting with other VTubers to talk about our art and our passions are different things that I'm doing. I don't think that those are actually like the same thing. I think they're deeply related, but I don't think that me streaming and trying to build an audience and stuff is like a substitute for friendship, but it does kind of become a bit of the glue for other friendships that are, you know, bound in a peer relationship and mutual respect and mutual interests. And so it's just like this interesting thing that I am not sure. There's like ways for me to parse this statement this person is making where like I agree with it very strongly, and there's ways I can parse it where like I don't agree with it at all. Like I like just kind of changing the emphasis a little bit.
Sure. I mostly agree with it just because how I heard it. Because like a lot of my friends, a lot of the people I know that stream are gigantic balls of anxiety. No matter their size. No matter their size, no matter how, like you could be, you know, 6,000 viewers, you could have, or people, you could have partner and like 100 viewers, or you could have just the 15, 20 viewers. It doesn't matter. They're all very anxious over their streams and all want to, I'm not gonna say they're number hungry, but like if you are a streamer that wants to grow or wants to keep your size, it's always going to be in the back of your head, and like it eats away at you. Or even like just collabing with other people. I know some that like want to collab but get so in their head that they don't.
Yeah, and it's I mean, I definitely have, I'm not immune to this entirely, right? Like this is not like, oh, it's not like me being like the Omega Chad being like I'm immune to it. I
am until after the collab when I say I made all these mistakes and they're never gonna talk to me.
Oh no. But the you're right about the thing about numbers. There's something that's like really kind of interesting about that sense of lack of security.
Bigger number, happier. What?
but there's never a big enough number.
Yes and no.
Well, I mean, that's what you were alluding to, right? It was like no matter how big somebody is, they still continue to be anxious about like losing number. And
yes, losing, yes. Stabilizing, it depends. Once you hit a goal, I think it's fine. Like if you hit a sustainable living goal, I think you could be happy. I know most people that do get there don't become unhappy because they want to keep growing and like, oh, I did so well, now I can go bigger, blah blah blah, keep going bigger. Which is sometimes that's just the way people are, and I think it's a mistake. That gets into a whole other topic I don't want to touch on stream right now.
Okay.
Well, no, yeah. It's just we're going to talk about. I was going to just talk about millionaires and billionaires, and we're not having that conversation.
Okay. Well, I mean that's well. Actually, I was going to allude, not I think as harshly as you were, interestingly, even as harsh as I am. But I was going to kind of talk about how like there is like. I mean, this is something that let's talk on the VTubering of it rather than like the broader socioeconomics of it. As much as I would love to, the on the VTubering of it, the streamer of it. I do think there's something that's like a thing that I think is kind of a bad for us as an art form is that we're an art form that has primarily arisen like inside the context of like Instagram hustle culture and YouTube hustle culture and such. And so like people talk about like just growing your audience number size as simply the reasonable goal that you should want to have as an artist in this space. And that's actually kind of weird.
That is weird,
right? Like I just kind of want people to like think about that for a second. That like, it's not that weird for like a musician to say like my goal is to play at this stadium, or like a director to be like I want to win an Academy Award. That's not like that weird.
No,
but it's not the same as just like. I always want to win a more prestigious award than I won last year.
Infinite growth is impossible.
Infinite growth is impossible. And like, I think this is possibly one of the coldest takes you're going to hear in a while. Growing is not an artistic goal.
Yeah.
It's a commercial goal.
Well,
I care about growing because that gives me I'm not super financially stable, and having some more financial stability would be very nice and make me feel a lot more comfortable with taking other risks in my art. But like, that's not actually a goal. That's not like there was a phrase that I read earlier today, and I'm not going to give you guys the context on it because it's a spicy one, but wants to be heard but has nothing to say.
Sorry, that's close.
Anyways, Dragon, have a good night.
But but it's like you should work in the other direction,
Yeah.
right? You should come up with what you want to say and then figure out how to say it. And like that can be very abstract, right? That doesn't have to be super clear.
Yeah. So like growth, I guess it depends on what growth. Because like for
Yeah.
me, growth is weird. Because like I want to build a community. Because I want to be able to help people. And I think the more people that you touch with, the more people like you connect with, the more able you can help other people with, you know, goals, finding people, finding the right spot for support structures. Because I always know that if you're by yourself, it is way harder to do anything than if you have people that will actually help you and support you. So like that's one of like my big goals of streaming is to try to build a good community, which is hard, which is very hard, especially when you have a 40-hour work week and also stream.
Yeah. It's very really going to. There's going to be some real challenges there,
Yes.
and it's and I think that's kind of a fun / bad thing about being in streaming is that a lot of people want to be streamers and are willing to lose a lot of money in the process.
Yep, I have.
Yeah.
You think this is cheap? You think these figures are cheap? You think being able to just get up from my chair and walk around is cheap? No, this is expensive.
We got to get you a loft, man.
No, what?
We got to get you loved up. But it's I feel like I've done okay on the losing money side, but that's partially because I'm very good at saving money.
I'm very frugal. I'm very frugal, except for I spend too much money.
But it's like I am willing to like keep going for a while on a negative budget.
That's such a funny comment. You can get up.
Yeah, it's you and Vera. You and Vera doing the full 3D full body stuff.
I also put on my lapel mic. So yeah, no, I have full body track. I love this thing.
Okay, you do have the lav. Okay, good.
Yes,
good,
I do have a lapel mic. It's just I didn't turn it on because I was sitting down. But yes.
Yeah.
But tracking can be a little funky sometimes with my torso. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Just suck it in. It's fine. I love this. Also, I just love that I can get. See, you have to take breaks. I could just get up, keep talking, and stretch.
Oh, I mean, I need to take breaks, so I also drink about a liter of water an hour.
No.
I am the most hydrated VTuber out there. But the yeah, I don't. What system are you using for tracking, for the 3D tracking?
I'm using Warudo, but I'm using Vive trackers.
Vive trackers, okay.
And also Stretch Sense gloves.
Okay.
But I was really mad.
The full the Mokoko rig, which is like crazy.
So
like,
I get pretty good results with stuff I have. The
Oh,
problem
yeah, you
is,
do.
I spent basically the same amount of money that the Vera spent for their mocap suit, and I'm now sad.
Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal.
Because I didn't realize they got like a 50% discount for not being a studio, like just to being an independent. Because I looked into those. It's like, they're very expensive.
I think it's expensive, like my entire setup. Like they're like really impressively expensive.
So each of these trackers, each of the Vive trackers cost like $150, I guess, $140. And I have six of them.
You do have a huge advantage over doing the full suit.
It's not as hot.
Yeah, exactly. Vera described getting. I interviewed her the day of her debut. Like she came onto my stream and like a couple hours later, and she was like, "Yeah, I took off the suit and it was just like steam rising from my body for like an hour."
No, I can see that. My gloves are kind of not great, and it's just literally gloves. It's fingerless gloves.
Oh yeah, they're even fingerless. Oh. There's a part of me that feels like if I wanted to like get like glove tracking, I would wear like nitriles underneath so I could just throw them out.
Well, these are washable.
Oh, okay.
So I just
some things
wash
like
them.
don't wash out well. Something's kind of
There's a little bit of a funk.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, thinking mostly about like dish rags and stuff like that that just are like, oh, it's like years to get those things to smell right again.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Also, I live in a very dusty place, so like dust just comes
dust your
in.
goddamn place.
No,
I
I do.
literally
I
today.
have an automated. It's my place itself is near. There's a reason why I have a lot of dust coming here, and also the windows do not seal properly. So a lot. Hey, there was a fire nearby, and I was away from home, and I just got back to a bunch of ash in my house.
As an aside, that's one of those things. Just a total divergence here, just because I find this interesting.
Yeah.
It's really remarkable how shit weather is in this country.
What do you mean?
Like the whole country. Like the whole country.
What
like,
do you mean?
So like I'm from the Midwest,
Okay.
where like 90% of the world's tornadoes hit.
Yeah. Well, I think it was more. Yeah.
Right.
It was like 80 or 90. Yes.
Yeah. Like it's functionally like the American Midwest and like Bangladesh is like where tornadoes hit. And then like I've been living on the East Coast, and like the East Coast, like, do you know how much black ice there is in this goddamn city?
A lot. Every
Like
day.
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then like in the summer, like 8 months of the year, New York is functionally living inside somebody else's armpit.
I also hate that they just don't manage
Yeah.
trash well. It's one of the reasons why I don't want to ever move to New York is because they don't manage trash well, especially in the winter.
The vast majority of the problems that suck about New York are primarily true of Midtown Manhattan. If you live in sleepy parts of Brooklyn, it's just nice.
Yeah.
However, you are still living in a swamp. Like that is still like
Yeah,
just true.
also that.
But you like, I do remember working in like downtown Manhattan, and between by noon every single day, the trash would be 8 feet tall.
It's ridiculous.
Just lining the street,
That's
8 feet tall of trash, and they'd have to collect it all by noon, and there'd be another set of that by 6 p.m.
That's why can Japan do it so well? We can't compare Japan to America because it's I will do it every time and get pissed off every time because of the transit system and also trash system.
Yeah. I mean, I do love the New York train system, but it is still also quite bad by
And
any
also
reasonable
smells
standard.
and stinky and
Yeah. I'm not really. I guess I'm like not super duper bothered by that kind of thing. 'Cause
it's
I'm
not
just like,
okay. It's not as bad, but
you do go kind of nose blind. I will admit that. Like I remember like living in New York for a while, just like a few months, and then like I went out to Jersey, and I got off the train station at Hoboken. And Hoboken, like for people who aren't familiar with America, Hoboken is like a famously filthy city. I remember getting off the train at Hoboken and being like, "Wow, it smells like fresh trees." But it's anyway, I get defensive about my city. I love my city.
no, okay. I will say I
yeah.
love and hate New York at the same time. Also, hi Truckoon, hello.
Don't go to Midtown. Don't go to Midtown. That's the important
Well,
part.
the thing is, I've gone to like the Javits Center area because I had to go to a lot of conferences.
Oh yeah,
and
that
stuff
sucks.
like
That sucks so much. That part's hell.
Yeah,
That's like actual hell.
that's
like,
the
like,
main area, and then Koreatown or K-Town.
K-Town is nice, but it's still hell as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
Like
and what's
like-
that bookstore? What's the Japanese bookstore?
the Japanese one, I don't know. The Strand is the big one, but that's an American one.
No, Mitsu. Oh my god!
Mhm.
Now it's gonna bug me. Oh yes, thank you.
Oh, by Brian.
Wow,
Oh, yeah,
Raven,
by-
perfect.
No, you're just going to like you like.
That's
See,
the-
I live. I'm not going to say the neighborhood, but I live in like a sleepy part of Brooklyn. Like
so.
it's just nice.
That,
It's
yes,
just
I've
nice.
only been to
Like,
Brooklyn once for a party, and it was pretty nice. I've mainly every time I go to New York, I mainly go to that area.
That's not so much. Yeah, no. I as a New Yorker, I actively avoid. Like there, as far as I'm concerned, like Times Square is a kind of like hell portal,
oh yeah,
and like you, like you just kind of try to avoid the main drag from like about
I would love
70th
to.
down to like Alphabet
can't.
City.
I can never avoid it because it
Well, I mean,
works.
yeah, because the conferences are right. Like
It's
this
where
was
the
this was a
conferences
joke.
are. It's also like I work in television, so like that's the areas that we do
yeah.
things
It's where
in.
like MSNBC and CNBC are and stuff like that. Yeah. There's that. I've actually made I actually had like a funny like analysis with some other like New York VTubers about like what if they tried to do a like an off-kai in New York, and it's just like, can you imagine trying to do off-kai in the fucking Javits Center? Like, or like the Barclays Center, like nightmare. Honestly, the Barclays Center at least has like decent food within
It'd be
walking
so
distance, whereas like
well, no, K-Town's pretty close to the Javits. For me, at
VTubers would
least.
not be willing to go there.
Okay,
They
you're,
would not be
you're
willing
not
to do that,
wrong.
Yeah. Like,
I'm fine with it. I don't mind walking that. I know they would hate it.
so I mean, I will say like my strongest feeling about how Off-Kai went for me was like, I think Shadowroo had the smartest Off-Kai plan out of all of us by a considerable margin. Which is like he knows San Diego. Like
Okay.
he's a California. He knows San Diego, and he knew that he knew a beer hall that was a 5-minute walk from the con,
Okay.
and he just said, "I'm going to be here for like 12 hours a day.
That's smart.
Come see me." And it was great. It was great. Like you would just go there and there'd be like 10, 15, 20 VTubers around a long table. And like, so like, I feel like that's a fundamental feature of doing a VTuber con.
I'm not
convinced,
popular
like-
enough to do that.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, first of all, Shadowroo's not that much bigger than you. He's not like a big VTuber.
But
He's
he has
just,
people
like,
that want
I-
to see him, and also all
Yeah, he does that.
they all go to Off-Kai.
Yeah. But the important part is I'm not talking about like Shadowroo having the plan. I'm not talking about Shadowroo. I'm talking about the physical infrastructure
Yes.
of having a place where you can order beer and hang out for like 10 hours without getting yelled at.
Oh my god! No, you're gonna make me go on a rant. Sandy. Oh my god, I hate TwitchCon so much. Do you know how hard it was for us to
I
find
TwitchCon, I'm so glad.
a place to just play Magic the Gathering and play card games and just talk and not like a noisy, shitty situation? It's impossible. It was so goddamn annoying. We ended up, we got kicked out of a hotel lobby because we were too loud, which is crazy. Went to a hotel room, didn't want to get them in trouble, so we left the hotel room, and then we just wandered and walked to a park and somehow didn't get kicked out of the park. Granted, the San Diego weather was so nice that it was actually really cool, but like, I hate it. I hate how annoying it was to find that.
Everybody told me to skip TwitchCon. It was like genuinely funny how few like I talked to
disagree.
I talked to like maybe 40 or 50 people
Disagree.
about it, and like I think literally maybe 3 people were like sad that I didn't go to TwitchCon.
I was one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna count you in there because I can. I'm not gonna name the other ones because it's like too much insider baseball bullshit. But even the people I know who like went to TwitchCon were like, "Yeah, you shouldn't have. There was no reason for you to go."
There isn't.
Right?
It's the only reason why I went is because I had 40 friends that were going, and most of them have never been to a convention ever, so I had to babysit a lot of people at TwitchCon. But it really sucks because all the parties, you can't get any of like your smaller friends. Like if they're a smaller streamer, you can't get them into parties. You can't do all this stuff. It's all a hectic mess.
If I went to TwitchCon, I would probably do what I'm planning on doing for MAG this year, which is not ever actually go inside the convention center.
I barely go into TwitchCon. I like to wander and try to like meet new people and like just converse with whoever.
Oh, I love doing that. I love doing that.
I love and that's why I like to use the convention.
But do I like that enough for like to put up with the rest of the crap that they're doing there? And for like MAG, like I missed out on the tickets, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna go, and I got an Airbnb that has a kitchen, and I'm gonna do little house parties.
Oh, if you could actually throw parties at your Airbnb, that's the best way to do that.
I did that at Off-Kai, and it was like the best decision I ever made. I should have done it like every night. I only did it like once. It was like, oh, I should have done that like every night. That was amazing.
I'm surprised you were able to get one that allowed that.
We just didn't tell them.
That's that's balls. That's
I mean,
bonus.
the other part. I mean, you've met me.
Yes.
Like, what do you think the vibe of an Almontas party is?
Yo, board games. Let's play D&D.
No, it's not even.
Damn
It's I am so old school. It is people, it is some beer and some wine and some fresh cooked bread and some fresh cooked cake and some civilized
So
conversation.
there's charcuterie boards. Got it.
That kind of party. Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, I'm old school. I am old school. My parties are quite quiet. They're quite low key.
Hey, Almontis, that's what everybody wants, but they're
too much of cowards to admit it. Yeah.
yes, they are too much cowards to admit it because that's all anyone wants. They just want to have like actually meaningful conversations while just hanging out. If that's
People want to vibe. People want to vibe.
it's impossible to find those. Everyone's just like blare their music, party. Like TwitchCon, everyone was so pissed because all of the like stream elements or I forget what the other big party, Mythic Party, was at like bars and they're just like blaring music and you couldn't hear anything and you couldn't talk and everyone hated it.
It's well, I think like
Hello, Gringo.
it's interesting to think about like who is doing what at these kinds of events, like in terms of like who's like trying to host them and like
Yes.
what their motivations are.
But then,
because like
then you get very insular, smaller parties that very hard to get into unless you know the host.
Oh
which
yeah,
is-
I literally invited every single person on like a handwritten list. Like it was like I know exactly the people I want there. And so like that's part of the reason why I know that I'm able to have that kind of party is that like this is a problem partially of it being VTubers in specific, but I think more generally of like entertainment industry, which is that there's a definite mentality of like using a ton of alcohol and a lot of loud noise to get over social anxiety.
Yes. Also that they're so social
Yeah.
anxiety.
And
much.
I think this is maladaptive. I think that this is not actually productive. And a big problem that happens here, and this is like entertainment industry wide, this is not unique to streamers and VTubers, is that the type of person who is successful at planning parties at the start of their career is the type of person who is really comfortable with loud drunken parties and views that as a successful formula indefinitely. And they don't adjust to the expectations of as people get older and more established and more comfortable, they want lower key parties.
Yeah, I agree and disagree. I think eventually they just go, I don't want to deal with do this anymore, and just go, you guys, just my friends come here. And it's, I guess, less hosting a party and more just hosting a hangout rather.
Shark rate loud noises because that fills the air.
Which is also suck. Granted, I did go to one amazing party at TwitchCon. It was actually the only one I got invited to, which was funny because it was at Day Zero, which I hate Day Zero parties, but it was also during Iron Mouse concert that I'm sad that I missed halfway, even though they start to anyway. Because it was a masquerade party for VTubers.
Oh, that's cute. That's
no,
cute.
you want to know the funniest part?
Yeah.
All of the VTubers didn't wear masks.
Oh, nice.
It was so comfy and so like it was the people that hosted it did a really good job. There was an outdoor space. It was in San Diego, so the weather was perfect. The music wasn't too loud, so you could talk and converse. And the alcohol, you got like 1 or 2 tickets, and then you pay for it. And like nobody got super drunk. Everyone was just like vibing and chilling. And I'm like, honestly, it was the best party that everyone's like, this is the only good party. So
and it was on Day Zero, which is
a very
funny way.
So no one was tired really. So, which is benefit, but also but I met so many people, and that was the coolest thing of all the people I got to meet. Because bigger names were there too, and got to hang out with Bricky, who is a baller.
That is. Oh, that's actually that is like the weirdest thing to me in VTubing and like how streamers talk and think. If you may permit me to get a little bit spicy here, that this is kind of an entrepreneurial endeavor.
Yeah.
Right. Like there are people in this who do not give a crap about professional success, but a fairly large percentage of us do want to like treat this as a business, at least like a side hustle.
Yeah.
And the way that that operates in like any world, right? Any sort of entrepreneurial small business world is that the networking is actually really crucial, and that then you make work friends. Okay,
Correct.
like you make work friends, you make friends who are your coworkers, who have business opportunities for you, and you provide them with business opportunities. And like this is true of like dentists and massage therapists.
Yes, but it's
and
more
tattoo
complicated
artists.
in this environment.
Yeah.
Because of also these people that only want friendships.
Yeah, there are the people who only want. That is definitely like a complication in this space. Is like the complication of people who are like, we don't have a good language for discussing this. Like for like dividing up the hobbyist versus the non-hobbyist space. It's not very clean. There aren't really like hobbyist dentists, and I think if you are a hobbyist dentist, that's like
You don't want to.
that's very distressing. That's
You don't want to
very
go to a
distressing.
hobbyist dentist. That's yeah.
I'm deeply scared of the hobbyist dentist. That's the hobbyist dentist is like a one sentence horror story.
Those used to be called barbers. Yes. Oh my god, that's so funny.
But yeah, the tooth collector, the amateur tooth collector, just a friendly neighborhood tooth collector. But the so there's like that element of it, right? But like I think a really big element of it as well is the sheer speed that things happen in this space is also a big part of it.
Yes.
Like sometimes people think I'm like established in this space.
Oh yeah.
and
No, I have a lot of friends that are like some think that they're like, oh, how are you not partner? One, it hurts.
like
every
it's
time.
just so random. It's so random. I know a person who was partner within like immediately,
It's
or like hit
sometimes
the
luck.
partner requirements. It's very luck based, and like there's a lot of other things that go into it, right? Like I'll talk about one who's like I know she's open about this, so she doesn't give a crap. Vividly Vivi.
Yes.
Vividly Vivi. I remember her saying once on stream that the smallest number of viewers she ever had was 80.
Wow.
And that was for a stream where she accidentally hit go live for 15 minutes and didn't intend to.
How?
Vivi was already an established, successful ASM artist before she started VTuber.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's like that's part of this, right? Like I came into this through like I was like a teacher and like a white collar worker, and then this is my start point, is my
Yeah.
VTubing. May 2023 is my start point on all forms of content creation. I never had a TikTok even for casual use before that, right? Like I am all from scratch
I'm
here.
kind of in the same boat as you, where
Yeah.
like I've only been streaming for like a year.
Yeah.
A little more than that.
Yeah.
But like I've tried to use my production skills of like television to help streamers, and
Yeah.
that's kind of how I've been able to like establish myself.
That is part of a strategy, and I've got thoughts on that, but they're more like back end thoughts, less interesting for the
I
viewers.
would love to do more back end work. It's just also hard to get people to, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, no, I mean, we can talk about it on
Yeah.
that afterwards. But yeah, like because things move so fast in this space, and also I think because of the fact that VTubers as part of our tradition, VTubing is very privacy focused, and
Yeah.
so like there are VTubers who like we all kind of know that they were already some other type of streamer or VTuber before they became whoever they are, and we all just kind of politely pretend that they actually just started, like a month ago or a
Yeah,
year ago, and
there's
actually have
someone-
been active for like 10 years, right?
What you mean, like the burnt peanut?
Yeah. I actually don't know specifically about him. There are some people who like hit partner like near instantly. It's like, oh yeah, I actually knew who they were. Like,
No,
I
joke-
personally knew them.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I joke about Burnt Peanut because like he used to do IRL streams and then wiped all of it from the face of the earth once he got popular.
okay.
So now he's not, like, he doesn't want to acknowledge that. So like,
understandable.
yes, no, it's fair. He's now a huge
yeah.
streamer. Sometimes you want that privacy. That's why VTubing is so popular.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I like the privacy. I like I'm going to admit something that I think most people say about VTubers unkindly, and a lot of VTubers don't believe or deny. I'm self-conscious about my appearance.
You shouldn't be, but That's yeah.
But
A
that's
lot
not,
of-
it doesn't matter what you think.
No, I know
It's
it
not-
doesn't.
You don't get a vote on
No,
this one.
hey,
Like-
let me go on a little rant of, oh my god, all of the very attractive VTubers at all the cons that I've met that are so self-conscious about what the way they look, and it just pisses me off. And it's fine. Just love yourself. It's fine.
I mean, you said you didn't want me to get too political, but it's hard not to be like, yeah, this is because we got a whole massive conspiracy of our entire society to make you feel insecure about your appearance at all times.
That's okay. I know you said don't get political, but this is also why the joke when I said everything is intermingled, where
Yeah,
that shouldn't be political. That shouldn't be political, but it is.
It is. Well, I mean, this is actually a classic feminist insight, right? This is one of the classic feminist insights of the personal is political, and the ways in which you are made to feel ugly just for being alive is itself a political activity.
Yeah.
And so, trying to fight against that is its own form of political action. And whether or not that's successful or worthwhile or just incredibly cringe or what have you is a separate matter. But whether or not people are doing that as a self-conscious political project, they are. And it's been going on for 70 years.
Yeah.
And that's like old. Like that's like not a new one. That's an old one. And it's but like there are other benefits that I have gotten from VTubing, and so I don't think I would want to particularly change unless something really changed about the VTubing culture and environment. As it currently stands, where VTubing is pretty amorphous, and if somebody is doing stuff in the VTubing environment that I think is really irresponsible and even dangerous, I have learned over the past couple of weeks that it turns out that if I just block them and their two closest friends, I never hear about them anymore.
It's fair.
It actually turns out it's fairly easy to sculpt my confrontations with the VTubing community,
Which is both good and bad.
It's good and bad. I would say that it's evidence that we don't have a community, that we have a culture.
Yes.
I don't think we actually have a VTubing community. I think we do actually have a VTubing culture, though. So unless the VTubing culture turns extraordinarily toxic at a very broad way, I'll probably keep doing this. But
Yes.
one of the huge fucking advantages. Actually, I'll tell like a VTuber story that's just like fun and cute. Bodega, right?
Vaguely, yes, I know Bodega.
Bodega. There's a face cam streamer who's like fairly big, that she went to elementary school with. And is like IRL friends with, and
That's funny.
Bo has like rated. I remember like Bo being like, I remember like watching a Bodega stream and being like, it's Milana. And she's like, holy shit, I went to school with this person. We're rating them, and like this is like a known thing, and like they've talked about this. And one of the things I remember Bodega telling me was that like Milana had to do like a photo setup for like a promotional material, right? For like a sponsor. And like Bodega's like, oh yeah, that's always kind of annoying to have to do that. And Milana's like, I have to spend like 2 hours putting on makeup every time.
Fair.
Like I have to set up for stream, but it's like 5 minutes. Right? It's like
Mine's a little
mostly
bit
just
more, but yes.
Yeah, it's mostly just like making sure that like my lighting and my camera are in a good position and remembering to turn on my microphone.
Yeah, no, making sure the button's not red. Yeah, no, that's all you need to do.
Yeah, it's but yeah, like and it's one of those like not one of those things I think only people who are very naive don't know. Most facecam streamers, their backgrounds is a set.
Yes.
That's a set. That like
Yes.
like Mikami's thing is that's not her room. That's a set.
It's a pain in the ass.
Like it's a pain in the ass. The real question, like there's ones where it's like, is that a set or not? And it's like disturbing if it is, and even more disturbing if it's not. But like it's like that's not something I have to do. Like I just get to be in my room, and I just have it decorated the way I want to.
So it's one of the reasons why I don't want to
brand.
have a camera either, is because like I don't like where I'm like streaming from. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Like I wanted, besides the fact that it's echoey, but like I don't have like all the pretty lights and all that stuff to make it look good, because it really shows on camera and people actually take notice and care about that.
Yeah, they really do, and like we have to do our own kind of form of face acting as VTubers, right?
Yeah.
Like we have our own kind of interaction with face acting, and we have to think about like rigging and stuff like that. but it's a different one for
Yes.
the face cam streamers. Like they have their own set of things, they have their own set of aesthetics, and just like I'm just thinking about the fact that if I was face cam streaming, I think I would have to tweeze my eyebrows like almost every day.
Oh, come
And
on. Now it's a style.
yeah, well, and like once you start doing it, like you're locked in, right? Like once you're, I know we say puppetry, but I like to say piloting. I like to say you pilot. the
I
model.
like puppetry of the this is my puppet. Just,
I like piloting because it makes you feel like an expert.
I think pilot's fine.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm cheating. I don't have to pilot as much because I just gotta be I gotta be expressive. I like talking with my hands. So not having my hands for like the first like 6 months or actually almost a year sucked. I like to have hands when I do things.
People have probably I'm a hand cam streamer for the most part, so I clearly am doing that, and I'm wondering like how I do wonder sometimes about getting hand tracking and like how I would even set that up. Like because it would have to be a different camera than the one I use for my face cam. I could do like tracking gloves, but then that gets weird in its own way. Is VTubers doing the makeup for streams a thing? To be honest, I've considered it for myself.
Yeah.
The mostly to try to like increase the ways that the camera catches certain parts of me. And me and Caillou share
I have to
share a
trim,
common trait. Yeah,
I have to trim my mustache, so my facial capture.
I have to trim my
will
mustache about every. I have to trim my mustache about every 2 or 3 days. Yeah,
Yep. Because it won't catch our lips. So that's what the phone is looking for is our lips, so that it can track our mouth properly.
yeah. A lot of what we do is actually more like overacting, is a lot of it. But like what's one that would probably kind of help us that is like really dumb and would make us look like absolute morons?
What?
Putting a false chin on our beards.
No, ew, no, I refuse. I refuse. No, I will suffer.
Just get some wax. Just put a little line of like wax or powder on the beard where
you're taking it too far. Oh, I don't want to.
Like this is one of those things that people often don't know is that stage and TV makeup. You know this because you work in TV. Stage and TV makeup is often kind of grotesque.
Yeah. It's just to make you less shiny.
It depends on a lot of factors. I do remember like when they first started doing TV broadcast of national political conferences, people got like really freaked out because like for those both black and white TVs,
contrast.
You wear like chocolate colored lipstick.
Yeah, because you want anything that you want the really things that pick up and contrast on your face very well.
Yeah.
So you stick out from everything else.
Yep.
It's a whole other thing.
There's a whole other thing, and like the thing is like this actually occurs with Facecam and with even people who are not streamers at all, with people who are just like Instagram influencers.
Yep.
There was a really good college humor about it. It was like a 2-minute skit where like somebody it was Murph's wife, I forget her name. Whatever. She had on like the good contouring for Instagram, and he was like, "You look like a dirty raccoon."
No, cosplay's the same way. That's the thing is cosplay. It doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it really looks really well on video or camera, because that's all anyone will remember is because they'll take pictures and it'll look really cool. But if it looks, it doesn't matter if it looks like crap, like in your hands or like what you look like. If the camera's good, that's all that matters.
Well, it's the difference I'm like still getting used to in my own stuff in the calligraphy is that like there are calligraphy mistakes I make that like I look at them on the paper and I'm like, oh my god, that's so obvious, and then like I look at them through the camera feed and I'm like, that looks fine. And then there's also colors that look slightly different. Like one that's really interesting to me is that the orange ink that I use
Red is the
in real life.
Red.
In real life, my orange ink looks like like the sale stickers at the dollar store.
Yeah.
That orange, like Lifesaver orange. It's like that orange. But on camera, it's like red. Like people think it's like a red ink, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's
Shades
like
of red
really
are the bane of my existence for television.
They
change so much, and sometimes like a lot of the time
Especially when you're putting on like all your graphics on like big monitor studio monitors and stuff like that, it'll turn everything pink and make it look bad. And then sponsors get mad at you because they're like, why is my logo not the correct logo color? And I give you millions of dollars to do this correctly. What's wrong with you? And then you get blamed because you're the artist.
Yeah, yeah, and shit rolls downhill, as they say. And so that's yeah, and this is like all stuff that you're like learning continuously, right? This is all stuff that you're learning.
Everything changes.
Yeah, everything changes, and I am not fussing myself too much because I'm probably going to change my hand cam to a better camera at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later. But it's like the colors don't preserve in the ways that you're expecting them to, and like so neither does perspective.
You need to get that color bar, the like the little thing, and actually like do all the color correction.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. See, what I was going to do was once I'm planning on acquiring a full set of Roshizoku inks, which is my favorite brand.
Okay.
I've tried a lot of different brands, and I'm just so frustrated with how all of them behave. I'm just like it's a Roshizoku, unless I have like a really good reason to want
Just
something
get
other than
consistent, yeah.
Just get like. And like it's really fun because like I'll talk to like some like nerds and like all the like pen nerds, right? Because I'm not coming from the VTuber side. I'm coming from like this traditional art
too,
stuff.
so.
Like they're like all the Roshizoku is just like it's all like bland. It's just like the only thing that's like good about it is it's like super well behaved, and like the amount of time I spend fighting my Sailor ink. Like I am willing to pay like triple price to have an ink that just like does what I want it to fucking do.
Oh man, people don't understand how it. Yes, when you want your medium to work the way you do, it's like if your Photoshop just every once in a while just like randomly just jitters across the stream. Like yes, consistency.
Yeah. You want consistency, you want predictability, and particularly because like again, like I've got this additional conversion layer where like all of my practice, all of my understanding of my art form is like this traditional art stuff, and then it's just like, oh, and then the camera just like does whatever the fuck it wants. Good luck. Like, the camera just does something to it. Like good luck. So it's Gringotts, I if I was Boulder, I would already be bugging them. That's like the one company I truly want a sponsorship with is Pilot and Roshizoku. It's the same company, just different product lines. But yeah, it's yeah, and so like yeah, I could absolutely see like a justification for VTubers doing makeup. One of the things that I think about, I took off my glasses just now because I'm not really looking at chat that much. My eye tracking instantly gets better if I take off my glasses.
That's a bummer.
And I have terrible vision. I have really bad vision. I cannot see my monitors. At this distance. They are smears of blue and green.
See, I got LASIK, so I'm good there.
I'm contemplating LASIK. I am contemplating LASIK for VTubing reasons.
Okay, here's why I think LASIK is good. I highly recommend I don't recommend LASIK as in like LASIK. I actually recommend PRK because it fully heals. It's a pain in the butt to heal. But I think it's worth it. But that's only me because I do active things and don't want to be in the middle of the forest, gets like a branch in my face, and then all of a sudden my eyeball is flap thing.
So here
doesn't fully heal.
You're going to hear completely and actually yes, actually in case you're wondering like why, so like glasses are made of transparent plastic, and it turns out that almost everything that you think is transparent is opaque in the infrared range, which is a lot of what tracking relies on, is they use a lot of IR.
Yeah.
The only substance that I'm aware of that is transparent in both IR and UV vis is salt. It's table salt.
Interesting.
And I have worked with lenses and prisms made of table salt.
It's cool.
It sucks.
Really cool.
It sucks so
no,
much.
it's probably
It's
probably terrible,
so
but it's really cool that you're able to do that.
That's like the I do have a chemistry degree. The new way that you do salt glasses for when you really want your eyes to dry out as fast as possible.
Yeah, no, and just like it somehow drips in your eye, and now you have all salt in your eye.
Well, and that also ruins the lenses, right?
Yes.
Like that just completely destroys the lenses immediately. Yeah, that's actually the thing that happens is that salt lenses and salt prisms are such a pain in the ass
Yeah,
that the revolution in doing IR spectrometry was moving the detector and the IR source on on big robot arms, like 1 foot long robot arms, and then doing Fourier transforms at computational speeds is easier than dealing with a goddamn prism made of salt. It's like so much.
That's really funny.
So yeah, so like I have worn contacts a handful of times, but here's like my thing. Here's my thing. You say like you're worried about like losing your glasses in the woods.
Oh no.
You're,
Well, okay, there's that, but I was talking about LASIK surgery versus PRK, where LASIK, your eye never technically fully heals.
okay. Didn't know about that.
There's a weird flap thing that I'm not comfortable with.
Okay. That see, I don't like thinking about surgery too much. So here's my thing about glasses. Okay,
Yeah.
is I'll be walking down the road, right?
Yes.
I'll be walking down the street in New York, and a car will come at me right on the street, just
Yes.
street side, not just totally safe, and it will drive past me, and then I will hear a little tink 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 from pieces of gravel and road grit hitting my glasses.
Correct. This is why you
And
wear
every single-
sunglasses.
Every single time I think about that, I just go, that would have gone in my fucking eye.
No, I don't. I get you because I used to wear glasses too, so like that did happen.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You Blake. Yes. By the way, we have to run an ad. So if you want to take a bathroom
I
break,
will actually take the opportunity to take the bathroom break this time. I skipped
take
the
a
last
bathroom
one.
break.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep,
I'm gonna run
yep,
the
yep.
ads.
All right, I will be back in a moment, Shaticus.
Well, LASIK is also they laser to your eye. Yeah. Yeah. Pikmin, I was gonna still be here. I know a lot of you don't. You know what? I'll go pee. I'll go pee. Fine. You want? I'll go pee. It's so loud. It's so loud. Go have your Pikmin. Why did that work? There we go. Oh, why's my foot coming off? I don't want to be a single dad anymore. I want a partner. Cute Pikmin on the GameCube. Pikmin on.
I be getting thirsty.
Well, okay. Pikmin. Considering destroying something, that's funny. But yes, I want to talk about LASIK, but I feel like the people are in ad jail, so I can't. Get LASIK if you can. I highly recommend it. How's everybody doing? How's chat? How you doing? Fly, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the lurk. Al looks dead. Al looks. He's just very focused on something. Just. I'm free. How are you free? You still have a minute of ads. How are you free? You shouldn't be free. He saw something really disturbing.
Looks like he's just considering destroying something right under the stream. Like I was looking at one of the little like Pikmin guys.
Yes.
just gonna blow. I gotta change the what happens to the default facial mantas because I don't think it's a good solution at the moment.
Well, the thing is, I've seen some people do default faces as like the sleepy or like the asleep, and I actually don't like it. I think because sometimes they'll lose tracking and it like just goes to the sleep, and you're just like, wait, you shouldn't have done that. You should have just made it a toggle. You know?
The one that I saw somebody have as like their away that I thought was pretty good was like they pull out their phone and start checking it.
There is. That's not bad.
That's
But
pretty good.
but if they do that during their stream of just like it just looks like they're just taking out their phone and looking at it, taking out their phone and looking at it, it's just which is funny in a way because they
funny,
actually might be taking out their phone and looking at it and losing tracking. But
Yeah. It's-
I think a good one would have the loading bar on top of your head. So even like when it's like losing tracking, it's still kind of a funny bit.
Given the way that I do things, maybe I should get like one of those loading circles,
The buffer, yeah.
the buffer circle, and then put my beard on it and replace my head with that.
That's too much. Maybe for a toggle, but like that's too much for idle animation. Because don't forget, you also play a BRB screen.
Yeah, I do.
So like
I do.
it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that big of a difference, I guess.
Yeah. No, I like my BRB screen. It's
Yes,
I like it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
There's so many things I want to work on my stream, and I just don't have time.
The BRB screen was not a particularly difficult one.
No.
That one. It's mostly about making sure that I keep on putting fan art in there.
Yes,
as
I
go.
actually really liked you. I should probably do that on my starting streams at some point of just want to rotate art because you really need to advertise other people to art because anyone that makes art and anyone that makes art is is actual freaking amazing. And I'm really mad because an art piece got made that I'm included in and I can't show it yet because it wasn't posted on my Discord. It was posted on my friend's Discord. So I'm like, I have to wait for them to show it off because I know they will. And I'm really mad because it's such a good piece of art. Hold on, the show.
Yeah. The thing that I need to do that I've never gotten to like work the way I want it to is have the arts slideshow display the names of the artists.
Yes, that's also.
I haven't figured out how people do that. Like I can come up with like two methods for it, but I don't like either of them.
Interesting.
Uh,
Yeah. Well,
there's the hard sub method, which is funny, but awful. I don't want to do that. And then there's I think I can come up with some way to do it in StreamerBot.
probably. Well,
like,
that one seems complicated.
Yeah, complicated. It is complicated. I know. Yeah, so like that's the reason why I haven't done it. 'Cause it's kind of complicated.
Well, it's just like how you're playing them. If you're like play this image, play this text, play this image, play with this text. Like if it's grouped together in StreamerBot when you're actually playing out the image, I think it's fine. But yeah.
Yeah, it's currently I'm using the OBS slideshow. Okay, we're getting into like technical discussion here. We're getting into like tech talk.
There's so much tech I want to put in this stream, and I just don't have time for it. It actually kills me. I've literally been trying to troubleshoot getting my iRoll backpack, and I'm setting up a Bella box, and it's not working, and I'm going to lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm actually gonna lose it. So that's fun. So I actually literally had to buy. I had to buy things because I think my SD card or no micro SD card was too big for it to image. I don't know. I hope that's the problem because I'm gonna be real bad if I can't image my Bella box and might have to buy another part because something might have got messed up. I don't know. Anyways, sorry. We're getting back to the topic. LASIK.
Oh yeah. Oof.
Right. So I recommend getting LASIK. I got it. It was life changing. It was worth it 100%. I love to go and not having to worry about glasses or contacts or anything. But the healing process for the PRK was a lot. It wasn't a lot. It was just a couple weeks of a week of not being able to do anything because you can't really see, so you just kind of chill and vibe, and it's probably not bad for you to relax. But
I think about trying to do an entire week where like basically somebody else has to set up stream for me and I'm just blind streaming.
But you gotta be careful because you can't you have to wear. So the old grandma glasses, like those very big thick sunglasses.
Oh yeah.
You have to wear those.
Oh, I thought you had to be like fully like impaired, like fully wearing a blindfold, eyes covered. So, like,
no,
you can't see
well, that basically is a blindfold. I still have them somewhere. You don't like you want to keep out of light as much as possible, which I did. Is I literally just drew the curtains in my room and didn't look at screens at all. It sucked, but I also slept through most of it because sleep good, heal.
Yeah. Maybe I should time it for when I've got COVID.
Wait, what? No, that's you're fighting off something else. That's defeating the purpose.
Extremely stupid idea. The part I remember a friend of mine who got LASIK describing, it's always I don't know why I'm even talking about this stuff because I had surgery. Was it like he remembers the part where they had to like paintbrush onto his eyes?
Yeah, ish.
Yeah.
Ish, I guess. Again, I won't tell you the worst part. There is a worst part.
Okay.
It is funny though, is after the surgery, you can actually see really clearly. Because the reason why you stop being able to see is because your eyes are healing and they're healing inconsistently. So when you have the surgery, you have a fully perfect lens on your eye, and then when the healing starts, it becomes more organic, and that's why it's blurry.
Huh.
Until it fully forms that outer lens again.
Okay.
At least for PRK. Regular LASIK, you actually heal in like 24 hours, which is why a lot of people like it. However, since you're only cutting through the the part of the eye that doesn't actually heal properly, it technically can fold in or open, and that's why I just couldn't do it. I don't want that idea of that possibly. It's a very rare thing that it happens, but I don't want to do it. And they're like, yeah, well, one, it also depends on if you have enough outer layer to do it anyways, because like there's some people that can't get LASIK, and they also, if you're going to be a Navy SEAL, they also don't let you do LASIK. So there's reasons why PRK was better, and I like PRK better.
Yeah. All right. That is something to think about.
Do it. I recommend it so much. It changed my life.
I like wearing glasses. I like having glasses. I like being able to just turn off the outside world.
I get a headache when I did that.
No, it's for me. It's like a just like instant sensory deprivation.
And you'll still have to wear glasses for reading sometimes. It depends. Your eyes still can degrade.
That's true. But no, I like I just like took off my glasses and the whole world is just like
gone.
It's just like gone. It's just like there's just kind of like vague colored smudges. Like I can make out like my ring light, kind of like.
Sure.
I still remember when I got my driver's license, they made me take off my glasses, and they're like, "Okay, we need you to look at the blue dot," and I'm like, "You're gonna have to pilot me into this one."
Also, this is so funny. He's like, I'm always gonna be wearing glasses.
Like this is like, yeah. The number of days of my life I haven't worn glasses is like, it's pretty small. It's pretty small. I mean, obviously, when I was like a little kid, I didn't have glasses yet. But like, I got glasses when I was like 8.
Yeah.
And since then, I have worn contacts like less than 20 times in total.
Wow.
I don't like them. And I forgot my glasses and managed to get to class once.
Crazy.
It was after a concert, and I'm reasonably sure I was still drunk.
Crazy.
At like 2 PM the next day. Like
lowering your resolution to 140p is a crazy statement, Raven.
You think I'm getting 140p with these things off, my friend? That is ambitious. 140p, no, my friend. I'm down to like 2p. This is
2 pixels is crazy. Yeah, Montes is so old he only sees black and white.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, the vision just is it's gone, buddy. It's 140p is like you can like kind of tell what's happening. I am at
that's I was like that where like I could probably manage and be fine. I just didn't want to. You want to know the dumb reason why I ended up like I wanted to get LASIK, but like what pushed me over the edge? You want to know what happened?
What was it?
I went to a to get more contacts, and I really hate contacts, and most of the time they make you get like dailies or something like that. I didn't want dailies. But I really like these Costco contacts because they were cheap, they were pretty good quality. My eyes liked them, so I wanted to get those. And I moved to the West Coast and had a new optometrist, and we're like, I want to get these contacts, and they're like, "Well, try these on." And it's like, okay, I like these, but I don't really want them. But they're like very insistent I buy their contacts from them, and I'm like,
Oh yeah,
I don't want that.
that's what it was. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, I'll try them out and we'll see. And then I was trying to use the prescription that they gave me to buy my Costco contacts, and Costco's like, we can't do that. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? I have a prescription. Let me use this prescription to buy content. And they're like, we can't do that. These are the thing. Your prescription is for a specific brand. I'm like, this is bullshit. And then I'm just like, I never went back to that place. I was like, I'm done. I'm getting LASIK. I got so mad. I just got LASIK. I got so mad. I was like, I'm just gonna get LASIK. I didn't have I just used daily contact, like a daily contact for like 2 weeks. It was really bad, but I was like, I'm not buying more contacts. It costs almost like for the next, I don't know. It was like, cause contacts were like $500 a year. And I was like,
yeah,
I could just pay like not that much more for LASIK.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a fun little demonstration here,
Yeah.
of how budgets kind of work on these things. So, to give people a sense of how bad my vision is, hold out your hand in front of your face with all the fingers spread out, and press the palm to your nose, and then draw it away from your nose. Okay. I actually have a ruler these days, so I can measure this. I can actually measure this instead of making a claim. I lose my fingers at 7.5 inches.
Oh, that's easy to know. Okay, no, it's just that.
7.5 inches away. I cannot see my fingers anymore. Okay, that should give you a sense of how bad my vision is.
That's crazy.
You know how much my glasses cost?
$200.
$7.
$7 or 700?
7.
What?
7.
Why?
I bought 3 pairs for $21.
Fuck. I'm so mad. How the frick did you get that? Why? How?
Zenny, baby. I went to Zenny Optical and found the cheapest frames they had.
It's so annoying. I am very picky on how I look. Because I feel like I look like crap with certain glasses, and I just
I am fortunate in that I like wireframe. And wireframes are way cheaper.
I usually like certain wireframes, but I also broke wireframes really easily.
That's why I bought 3 of them. That's why and my prescription is very stable. So that's like helpful.
I kind of look at I granted I don't need glasses anymore, but
you don't need glasses anymore, so why do you give a shit? It's literally
I'm just curious about Zenny because I've never really heard of Zenny.
Yeah, Zenny rocks. I don't remember. I have a pair of glasses that cost me like $20. It's like circular frames that I did wear a little bit at Offkai. But I think people are probably vaguely aware of this, that if you have different frame shapes, even if it's the same prescription, it still has slightly different effects on your vision.
Yeah.
So the circular ones kind of hurt my head, even though it's the same prescription. So I stick with these little square glasses that are like,
yeah, no,
I think they look fine on me.
I've used the square ones too, because also I feel like I have a big head, so like most glasses don't like fit the full vision, and I hate that feeling.
I do not like glasses that have like really obvious cutoff.
Yeah.
I do kind of wish mine like went a little bit lower than they do, but I've gotten pretty used to it. They've got enough range of vision on left, right, and up that it's not a problem, but down it's a little bit limiting. But the it's so like contacts rocket ahead of these on expense, like so fast. It's ridiculous. Like how and like these are like years old.
And I had insurance, so like it also helped, and like I
but still, it's shitty and f that.
Mhm.
So, no, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, like the main reason why I'm even considering anything like this is because like my eye tracking and my face tracking is way better when I take off my glasses.
Yeah.
It just is. It just is. Like this my whole face is way more expressive right now than it is 90% of the time that I'm streaming. And I kind of hate contacts. The only times I ever wear contacts are if I'm doing work that requires me to wear a full face respirator.
Fair.
And then the glasses break the seal, so I put on contacts.
Yup.
And that's like, otherwise it's like I hate the way they feel. Like I don't know how people like live their lives with
Oh, they
contacts.
suck, but I just get used to them. Like
It's
that's the
so
thing.
uncomfortable.
I like
Oh.
doing outdoorsy stuff. I like doing scuba diving and all that, and
Mm.
like wearing contacts is just so much easier because like I break glasses so easily. My when I got in middle school or something, I had to like tape my glasses so many times just because I'd break them and they were like the wireframe. I was like, I just destroy these things. I just destroy these things.
Mhm.
Even though I'm pretty
Mhm,
good at
mhm.
taking care of things too, but still destroyed them.
It's very funny. I'm terrible at taking care of things. And meanwhile, like that like my glasses, like I've specifically bought 3 pairs for $21 like half a decade or more ago on the logic that it's like, oh yeah, these things are gonna get wrecked.
It's funny that that's
and
when
like they're
they
fine.
don't get wrecked as much is because you repair pairs.
I'm actually going to share a photo with you that's going to, I think, make you laugh immediately as soon as you see it. You're free to share it on stream, but this happened during my collab on Sunday.
That sucks. I hate that. That hold on. No, that oh man. That's a whole thing.
I'm just showing that to you to give like a sense of like how rough I am on my stuff.
No, I do that too. But it's also very
um,
funny that it's just fully out. I hate.
Just fully out. Well, okay, so it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal because so this is a story that I always like. So I'm really picky about the shape of my earbuds, but I'm
too,
not actually
yeah.
that picky about sound quality. I don't have very good hearing, so like I'm not that picky about sound quality. I like genuinely can't tell the difference between a lot of like good versus bad sound. Infuriating when doing VTubing. I cannot do my own audio checks. I need other people to do audio check for me.
It's fair.
And so, but I am picky about the shape, and so I used to get my headphones from the bodega, and they were like $10, and I would break them like every couple of months.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, $10, like $30-$40 a year on headphones. Like I'm willing to tolerate that. That's like fine. That's something I'll accept. But then they stopped carrying the ones that I liked, and I was like, I'm going to go insane. I'm going to go insane. I cannot wear these other types of earbuds that are like super uncomfortable. So I tracked down the factory in Shenzhen that makes them. And the smallest order that they do is 50. I'm sorry, 100. The smallest number I could order was 100
Go on.
for $52, including shipping and handling.
That's crazy.
So that's 50 cents.
Yeah.
Like that's a 50-cent earbud.
That's crazy.
Like,
It's actually crazy.
So like they break all the time.
Yeah,
and
I
just,
feel like
just
it's
have,
on the
a box.
bodega for not restocking them because they have
Yeah.
made hundreds of dollars from you.
Yeah, they made hundreds of dollars and just like incredibly easy profit off of me. Like,
It's just all they need to do is just not do what they did. I get it. I used to have a pair that I used to like back in the day, and now that phones don't have headphone jacks anymore, I don't care as much. But
I'm an old. My phone still has a headphone jack in it.
that's
I'm
crazy.
enough of like
How?
I'm enough like a cranky old man that I'm just like, if a person doesn't have a headphone jack on their phone, that's just them like admitting. That's just them saying like they have accepted a lifestyle where they do not listen to music from their phone. That's my thought.
I have the ones actually, the headphones that are, because I like working out and running and stuff like that. So I have headphones. They're the open ear ones that are bone conducting, I think is what they're called. I really like those. Those are also really cool. Because you don't need to go inside your ear, which is kind of nice.
I like the in ear.
No, I get it.
I think I think if I cannot get, I think if by the time I need my next phone, I just cannot buy one that has a headphone jack, I might actually buy a dumb phone and an iPod separately.
Yeah, I can see that. Get a Zune. No,
Yeah, I liked my Zune a lot.
everyone liked the Zune.
I'd probably everyone who bought a Zune liked the Zune.
Yeah.
all 5 of us. But yeah, I might get like an iPod Nano or something like that, or like
Fair.
a real like off-brand
I still can't believe they
SSD.
don't make those anymore. Because like I still think there's a use
Crazy.
for them.
Oh no, yeah, they're so comfortable. Like they like fit in your wallet. They're like
Yeah.
like you take out like 2 credit cards and like you can just fit it in your credit card holder. Like it's crazy. Like
Because like even the iPhone shuffles were really nice because they were so tiny, and
Yeah.
when you went for like a run or something, you could just clip it onto your clothes and like nothing would matter. Because I hate running with a phone because I have to hold it in my hand because if I put it in my pocket,
Okay.
it feels weird.
okay, I'm gonna send you something. I'm gonna send you what I use for running with a phone. Oh my god, this website's a nightmare. Why are websites all bad?
Because it sucks.
Why are websites all bad? I should have just gone
Yeah,
to
you could also put it in
Amazon.
the washing machine. It'd be fine. Man, I miss technology.
Remember when technology was advancing and not going
Yes.
backwards?
The running belt. Yes, I've
Yeah,
looked into
I would-
those. They're okay. I guess.
I will say that like a funny habit that I developed from when I got into running was I now do because I use Strava to like keep track of how much I run.
Yep.
And now my habit is like I do not take out my phone until I am sitting down after I finish
that's
my
smart.
run.
Yeah.
Because like I used to be like, no, I need to only track the times that I'm running. So I would like as soon as I hit the cooldown, I would take out my phone and hit stop on Strava. And one time I did that, and I'm all slippery and jittery from having run, and basically just launched the phone straight at the pavement and shattered it. So like
I'm lucky. I have a Garmin Health Watch, which I really highly recommend. Actually,
okay.
I like it because it tracks my sleep as well. And also it has GPS on it. So technically, if I'm on a hike and I take a really bad fall, it will actually message. It will send out a SOS to contacts in my phone. And also it has GPS maps and everything on it. So like if my phone breaks, I still have a backup source for things.
You've got the Zoomer Life Alert.
Yeah, basically. So like
I get some more Millennial Life Alert.
Plus also I have to do two-factor authentication like a lot. And it's really nice when it's just on my wrist. I'm looking at it and just typing in the numbers at the same time. Just because it just automatically pops up. I'm like, perfect. Because so many times a day, because my stupid company blocks me from doing a bunch of stuff because of that. It's fine. But I like my watch. I highly recommend it.
My health insurance gave me a health watch that was like one of those like an off-brand Fitbit basically for free.
I hated Fitbits. But
And it's I don't trust it because it's requesting like an enormous amount of permissions for like
Jesus
everything.
Christ.
Like it's like we need permissions to read your notifications and have access to your text messaging. I'm like, I don't think you do. And then like half of the things inside the phone are like untranslated from some Balkan language.
That's also great.
So I'm just like, but
you
I
said
don't
your
think
insurance
so.
company, right?
Yeah, my insurance company paid
Yeah,
for it. I'm like,
never would trust that. I would never trust your insurance company to monitor your health.
I mean, for the one thing, that's also like just like a good point, but it's also just like you clearly got bribed by like.
Oh yeah, that too.
Given where I live, and given local political factors, it now occurs to me that it was almost certainly a Turkish company.
That's funny. Wait, that reminds me. Did you ever have to deal with smart boards?
Yeah, a little bit. I just tended not to. That's
No,
what I did.
but
I just tended to not.
hi DJ, hi, welcome back, Blazin. No, but do you like do you know that whole smartboard bullshit that like happened throughout the country?
Oh, it was all like a huge grift, right? It was all like
It
with
had to be.
obstacle- yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
how those things were implemented in every single like because I thought they were just like a local thing that was like, oh my god, the someone would bribe someone, but no, they were nationwide.
They were because I remember them being talked up in the tech press
They were
and
terrible.
the education press. Folks, they are just plain old not as good as just using a computer projector.
Yes.
Like just a laptop hooked up to a projector is nigh on unbeatable. There is an argument to be made for certain classroom styles for doing it onto a whiteboard.
yeah.
And there are genuine advantages to a whiteboard over a blackboard, but they're actually pretty small. Blackboards are pretty fucking good. It's the biggest reason to go to whiteboards over blackboards at this point is that the good chalk for blackboards is actually not a renewable resource, and we're running out.
That's a crazy thing to say, and I hate that. I hate that you just said that.
Yeah, well, it's not even that it's like a physically non-renewable resource. It's that the company that made the really good chalk for blackboards, stopped operations. I don't know which. I think it was at the mining level. I think it was the mining
It's
company
so
that did it stopped
annoying.
operations. So like now
Fuck,
there's
that
actually
bugs me.
there's actually a whole black market for like the really good chalk for blackboards.
There's so many black markets for good old stuff. I hate it so much.
Well, yeah, baby, scam economy. Love it.
Love
So, that's like the
obsolescence.
reason. That's like the biggest reason to go to whiteboards over blackboards, even though like whiteboards never erase as well as blackboards. Like they just never do.
Yeah, and then there's always that teacher that put permanent marker on their whiteboard.
Always.
You can remove it, but like they keep it on too long, and then it's actually unremovable because they're dums.
Yeah, and like but like I will say, like when I was teaching, I am really bad at using visuals as a teacher. I actually suck ass at it.
Really?
Oh yeah. I think I was a fairly good teacher, but like I just like talked.
Okay.
I just talked, and I would prepare slides, and those tended to be fine, but they were not usually like super interesting. They were mostly kind of like I kind of kept my slides to like almost closed captioning for the class with like a
Okay.
little bit of visual for it. Like very boring level stuff. And I remember like the one time I tried to draw a diagram to like help explain what I was talking about. I remember like drawing it, and then like at the end of the talk, I look around at the class, and I'm just like, did that help? And then I remember the students saying out loud, that actually made it more confusing. So
That's terrible. That's so funny. That's so funny. That made it worse. Hey.
I do not have a sense for like improvised drawing. Very funny for a guy who does calligraphy on stream all the
That
time,
is
but
really
it's
funny.
like totally separate tracks between what I'm saying and what I am writing. I'm totally
that's fair.
totally separate tracks. Like,
Calligraphy is very like same thing consistently. It's not much for improv.
I mean, the advantage is that like I could be like writing about different things. The thing is that it takes me so long to write anything in calligraphy that like come on, man. Like, what are we doing?
It's fair.
Like
Oh, that reminds me.
Like-
I went to the Getty recently, and they have all of the books written by the monks. So
Mhm.
handwritten books, like kind of
Oh,
like
hell yeah.
really fancy, like basically calligraphy written type style, and it's crazy. And it just reminded me of that. How long each of those books were written or took to write?
Oh, it takes so long.
And like copying books.
I mean, you can do calligraphy faster, Gringotts, and I'm sure that there are some calligraphers out there who compete on speed, but I am deliberately trying to be slow. So
yeah.
I feel like I get a lot more out of life by deliberately doing things slowly and deliberately.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. I can't.
Especially for mini painting.
Fair.
This is my little peek behind the curtain about how I paint miniatures. Is, to me, finishing a miniature is an expense. The point is to be painting is the painting process and putting it on camera. That is the point. That is the payoff. Actually finishing the model is an expense. So the slower I do it, the more value I get.
As long as it's this, hey, as long as the slower you do it, the more quality you get from it, that's fine. But I feel
I don't know how much quality I'm getting from it. I do think it's helping me, but I don't think I'm getting. I'm a pretty bad painter.
That's how you get better.
But
just constantly.
That's how you get better. Yeah, that's how you get better. And I mean, I will say, like, I'm not taking the mini painting super duper seriously because I'm already taking the calligraphy super duper seriously, and this is so that I don't go insane, right? So I have hand cam stuff that doesn't drive me, that's not the same thing over and over again. It's like to avoid burnout. But like, it is funny. This like, I don't actually want to finish an army. I don't have any intention of finishing an army.
But you want to
when I do play, I play on tabletop sim.
Fair.
Like, this is where I play. I play on table. Yeah.
I see. I always prefer like playing physical stuff, but like I know that's impossible, which is the problem.
There's advantages to playing physically. There are disadvantages to tabletop sim. Mostly that the physics detection on it's really bad, and sometimes you will like try to put something down and it just explodes and flies off into the atmosphere for seemingly no reason. But it does mean that if I want to play a game with a friend, we don't have to drive anywhere or take the train. Like,
you don't have a driver, but also I kind of want to get out and hang out with people physically.
Oh, that's fair. If I want to hang out with people in person, like, it is going to be to cook for them.
The what?
Like, is going to be to cook for them.
Oh.
Like that is like the overwhelming. I joke all the time that like I show up to parties so that people can tell me that my cooking is good.
Nice.
Like that is my motivation for going to a party. Is like, is to like show off my cooking. I am an extremely prideful cook. Extremely motivated by showing off and bragging about my cooking.
I also love cooking. I just don't get a chance to do it anymore, and I also hate my kitchen right now.
Oh, that's rough.
No space.
That's rough. I've been experimenting with more pain in the ass ways of cooking, like more inconvenient cooking techniques, just to like see what I can do. Current maximum level of inconvenience is an induction hot plate in the bathroom.
Wait, what? What?
That's like I can cook cook an actual meal like this. I can steam rice and cook a meal just on like an induction hot plate anywhere.
Yeah, they're great. I love them.
Love them. One pan, and yeah, I can do it. Pain in the neck.
Yeah, I have a Dutch oven. I could cook like anything in that Dutch oven.
Oh, yeah, the Dutch oven. Well, okay, so I partially do the induction thing so that I can cook on stream because I can put the induction hot plate on my desk.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, fair.
I'm not going to put a Dutch oven. I'm not going to do Dutch oven cooking on my desk.
Yeah, you still could, but sure, I get it.
I feel like if you're going to do Dutch oven cooking on stream, you've got to do a different cooking setup.
Yeah, because like you're not showing anything.
There's the part where you're not showing anything. That's true. I was thinking about the fact where you have a fucking fire.
Nah, fine. No, because the cast iron Dutch ovens are inductive, or they can be used on the induction oven.
Oh, I never even thought about doing that. Yeah, they are. Because like I learned how to do Dutch oven cooking, but I learned how to do it on like open flame, on like bonfires.
No, you can use them on induction.
Well, I mean, like I thought a lot of the important part was like literally piling the charcoal on top.
No, because it's a full thing of cast iron, so it's all equally heating anyway. So it doesn't matter where you put the heat.
Well, okay, no, induction's highly differential. But what's isn't the thermal conductivity of cast iron really low?
I thought it was really high. That's why it gets the temperature of the whole pan the same temperature. Or it's really low, so all the heat transfers very equally to it.
I thought we need somebody who knows more about Matt's side than the two of us here to resolve this.
Meryl, what is that? What emotes did you add to? Meryl, do you want to paint my nails? Is that what you want to do? Sorry, I got distracted by those emotes.
It's worth being distracted by them. They're pretty goofy.
They're pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, I'm sad I can't cook on stream because I want to do a cooking stream at some point. But like, slay. Because I'm also a prideful chef. I've cooked ramen for everything from scratch. That took so much time, but I was so worth it.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
Have you ever, squidding pasta, I think, is also a good one that I've made.
The one that I've done a few times, and I don't know when I'll do it again, is folding dumplings.
Yep, that's
like that's how I celebrated New Year's last year. Was I folded like
gyoza
almost most of a freezer full? Yeah, it was basically vegetable gyoza. Just like 6 hours of folding.
so much time. The stuffing is so easy. The folding is such a pain.
I legitimately cannot tell. Legitimately cannot tell if I love or hate folding.
Yeah,
like I cannot tell. It's like it takes so freaking long. And like it's like kind of meditative, but like it starts to hurt your back after a while, and it's kind of like mind numbing. It's like,
yeah,
is this fun? Is this annoying? I don't know.
I feel like if your back didn't hurt, it wouldn't be as bad.
Oh yeah, I'd probably have a different feeling about it. Yeah. If I was ambidextrous, I would. I might just try to learn how to fold with my left hand. If I was like
practice, just do it. That's how you become ambidextrous. Just do the other hand.
I have been working on the left hand calligraphy. And it gives you a weird headache to practice ambidexterity.
I know, it's like learning another language. It's unique.
Like I definitely remember like particularly like in like the lower occipital lobe. I remember like a very particular pain there. I was like, this is weird. This is a strange experience.
It is so weird when you try to learn new things and your brain hurts. I'm like, my brain.
This is the good stuff.
The learning. No, because I feel like it's a little bit negative reinforcement. It's just like you trying to better yourself hurts your head, so your body's like, don't do that. Stop doing that.
I don't know. Maybe I just like love the process of learning so much that fair. It's just like it's just like this is like positive associations.
I wish I had more positive associations with learning. The school system made it so that doesn't exist.
I keep on thinking about this tweet from like years and years ago that was like, school gets a bad rap.
It does.
But the fact that they managed to teach kids to hate learning is an engineering feat on par with stopping a lava flow.
No, Miles. Yeah, no. So that's the funny thing is like a lot of people have to relearn that they actually enjoy learning after school.
Yeah.
Like once they go back and they don't have to deal with tests, they don't have to deal with homework. They're like, learning's a lot of fun. Getting to figure out new things, that's great. But God, did school suck out all of the fun of that?
It's super duper frustrating, and like this is like my like one of the things I get the most pushback on when I'm talking on stream, and so I get to get pushback on it here. Is genuinely, I think you, the viewer, I think you do not hate math. I think you hate math class.
I loved math until
math. Like, math is just the series of relationships between logic, right? It's just the theories of how ideas relate to one another. Math is incredible. Math is beautiful. Math is actually kind of amazing. The way we teach math is It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. We do not teach people how math operates at all, and it sucks on multiple ways, and like coming and going. One of the part. Yeah, go ahead.
As an artist, math is so useful, and they're like, everyone jokes about, oh, I'll never use this in my real life. You can use it. You just don't know how to apply it because there's so many ways to use math in good ways.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, it's like you understand what the actual relationships are between things so much more deeply when you actually try to study it and try to approach it from a place of curiosity.
Yep.
And this is one of those things that drives me absolutely up the fucking wall, is that the way that we teach math is not just bad for the students, it is bad for mathematics as a discipline.
Yeah.
Because the thing that I used to drink with the math department when I was in grad school, and the math department, what I learned from like drinking with these guys is that math is much, much closer to painting than it is to engineering.
Interesting.
Like the questions that mathematicians have are like, if you ask a mathematician what the practical application of what they're talking about is, they will literally laugh at you. And the mathematicians have and they argue about aesthetic preferences for different styles of proofs and different field conditions and different lemmas.
Yeah.
Like, there are mathematicians who are just like, oh, infinity doesn't exist. I think infinity is stupid, so I am just literally never going to accept any proof that includes dealing with infinity.
That's really
If
funny.
you say assume infinity, I will reject your proof out of hand. And this is a thing you can do. You can do this. Like, you can do this. You can do this. It's an allowable, viable form of math to do finitism. Like, it's absolutely how math is. No, the thing is, like, this is how math actually is. It's just that we teach math as a series of like truth facts about the universe that you just have to accept and not question. And then this is really bad because, one, it just like crushes all creativity and curiosity about the subject at a young age. And then of the people who are good at that, who tolerate that, a lot of them turn out to actually suck ass.
Why?
Like, when they actually get to the reality of math, where the reality of math is making aesthetic choices about how ideas can and should relate to one another, and when you have spent your entire life believing and planning around a career that is about following rules that are given to you from above, then you get to the actual career path, where the career path is you have to make choices and defend your choices on aesthetic, emotional grounds. You're fucked.
Yeah, that's really funny.
It's an act of cruelty.
That's really funny.
It's an act of cruelty to these kids. Like, it's what a pain in the ass. Why did we do this? And this means that the only people who get to become mathematicians are people who have a high tolerance for that like long, like 10-year stage where all you're doing is following directions mindlessly, and then also turn out to just spontaneously be very good creative writers.
That's really funny because, like, you know, whenever someone talks about math, they do not think about the other part about that. They do not think about the creative part about that. The reason why they got into math is because there's set rules, and trying to understand those rules is.
But no, you can just make up. There's rules that a person can make up.
Yeah,
you can change them. You can change them, and like,
see, okay,
like you have. Yeah,
this
you have to defend your choices.
I feel like this is also getting to like neurodivergent brains and the struggle that they have to go through, and I have a lot of friends that like really get stuck in certain ways and have absolute facts that aren't absolute facts, but since it got into their brain in a certain way, they're stuck like that.
I can think of quite a few streamers who are suffering from terminal levels of that. So
I don't know who you're talking about. There's no one like that on the internet. My brain hurts.
And it's again, like the numbers are fake, right? The numbers are fake. the numbers are conveniences. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gringotts. Yeah, outside Kai, Gringotts is somebody who's like absolutely smarter than me. Like, the extremely well educated person. Like with
I
a
like
professional
smart
math, she's
people.
mostly.
Can I go on a little tangent?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel so. I have you know, I'm like everyone. I enjoy a little bit of brain rot here and there. But I have gotten myself longing for more educational and more like smart conversations, because I feel like my brain is slipping into the brain rot dumb that I don't like, and I want to be better as a person and need to stimulate my brain more and not that way anymore. I think it's a problem. It's actually an epidemic.
I keep on saying that like I got into VTubing so that I would have a break from just like talking constantly about politics.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the ways that we talk about brain rot as like a conceit are, it's kind of weird, right? Because like I had a similar collab as this with Aiko last week, and Aiko's like turbo brain rotted,
Yeah.
but she's still super smart. Like she's still like I understood what she was
Fair.
talking about. She was just like using a weird vocabulary, was what it looked like to me. It was like, oh, she's just using a lot of slang. Like whatever, I can deal with this. I can figure out what the slang is. But like also, I am kind of like, I think we need to. I think it's about time for us to retire slop.
Oh,
as a
but
word.
I like
I think-
Friend
I think we
Slop
think-
as a name.
Friend Slop is a good genre name. We don't have a better genre name than it. Friend Slop is the correct genre name, but I think that like, I think we got to slow down. I think we got to stop.
I think you're
I
not
think-
wrong.
I think that if we don't slow down, we like Friend Slop will no longer be a good genre.
But
name.
that's also AI's problem. The word.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm partially thinking about like the like weird thing where like people are referring to like soups as like any type of food that is not a burger is slop.
That's stupid. I hate that. I actually hate that.
It's stupid. Like it's stupid. Like it's like I almost understand where you're coming from if you're willing to call like chili a type of slop. It's like, okay, that is actually kind of like literally what is happening
But
here.
chili has so
like
much. Oh my god. See. I don't.
It's liquidy and goopy and like
Sure.
and semi-homogenous.
Sloppy Joes.
Like okay.
Sure.
Yeah. But like the idea that like a burrito is like a type of slop, it's just like offensive to me.
No.
I'm like, yeah, man.
Burritos are carefully crafted to be just portable.
Just like, yeah, it's just a sandwich, man. Like you're being
crazy.
a jackass.
Who are these slop people that you're talking to? We need to. This is crazy.
No, these are like racists on Fox News.
Okay, well, I just don't watch that shit anymore because it's just so.
Unfortunately, I'm professionally obligated to at least like peek at it periodically. So
I can't anymore. Also, hi, Nico.
But like it's, I think we got to slow down with like labeling everything slop. I think Perry slop might be my limit on it.
No, it's. I feel like it's doing it. It's. Because a lot of a big tactic right now is to constantly call something so that it loses all meaning.
Yeah.
And that's just all of the words have just constantly keep getting bombarded through everything so that they no longer have meaning.
They have to cycle back in after like 20 years.
Sure.
Like it's a good thing that English has like a 100,000 fucking word vocabulary, so that, like we've got like a backlog that's big enough for this. But like, yeah, no, this is one where it's just like I think slop is in general kind of like an interesting term, and it's just like we gotta stop this. We gotta knock this one off. There's a lot of truly asinine stuff that we're doing out here to ourselves, and it's. Again, I think the brain rot thing kind of ties into what I was thinking about earlier. That like the speed is a differentiating factor.
Yeah.
Right. The speed is a differentiating factor. I didn't finish this thought earlier, right? That like the thing about like the way that we do networking in the VTubing space is that it's so often so just insanely fast
Yeah.
in a way, like, so like I'm from academia, is like where I was trained in, that's where I kind of come from. And in academia, a really important part historically, much less important in the last 20, 30 years, but a really important thing historically that the whole thing was kind of built around was mentorship. And the exchange here is pretty simple. A older professor mentors you, and you do research work on their behalf, right? They get research
Yes.
labor out of you. And you get letters of recommendation and job recommendations from them. Okay. Usually this is actually largely in your favor as the grad student. You need these mentors in order to like get anywhere. These are the people who let you get into the world of academia,
Yeah.
are your professors and particularly your advisors. And the thing that your advisors are really getting out of you, much more, even like now it's more the research labor, which is a change and is part of the reason why the whole system is breaking down. But what was much more important historically was that if you mentor somebody, if you're somebody's advisor and they go on to become a professor in their own right, which many of them do, that's now an advocate for your positions and your ideas.
Yeah.
That's how you extend your power in
Yeah.
academia, is through your mentees, is through your students. And so this is the exchange that's going on, is that you receive job opportunities and they get political power.
It's an MLM.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's an exchange. This is how,
I know. I'm
this is how
I'm
people
simplifying
do
it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, an MLM is substantially more predatory, right?
Yes,
An MLM is
I
much more predatory.
use the word loosely. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
But yes.
And in VTubing, there's like two things that really, there's a couple of things that really interfere with this. One part is that like those bigger people don't actually guarantee your success.
No. There
Like,
are
these don't-
hey, there are good kingmakers in this space.
There are.
Beetle is an amazing kingmaker, but to all,
Yeah.
mostly
The
to
real
women.
kingma-
But like that's a whole other thing.
The real kingmakers in this space, folks, if you are worried, if you want to be involved in VTubing and you don't like the idea of being on camera, do you know who the real fucking kingmakers are in VTubing? It's the Clippers.
Oh yeah, Clippers are.
The Clippers are the real kingmakers here.
There are. Yes.
What percentage of Northern Lions' power comes from his Clipper being incredibly good?
Yeah. No. That's the thing is the streamers. The streamers are the outfacing thing. The Clippers are the shadow government behind it.
Yeah, yeah. The Clippers are the true powers here.
If you have good Clippers, it's one of the reasons why Fillion has been so popular and why she's so adamant about her Clipper Discord. Is she still goes on to her, she talks on her Clipper Discord because she wants Clippers to really be engaged and actually clip her, which is genius.
Yeah. But it's but there's not like the relationship is not as straightforward where like somebody who is more larger than you. Are there Kingmaker commentators who don't stream? Yes, I can think of one right off the top of my head. Yes, I can think of a commenter who just like is a tastemaker. It's less of a kingmaker and more of a tastemaker, but yeah, there are some.
Yeah.
The really potent, but like that relationship is not as reliable, and also both sides are just moving so goddamn fast. Streaming careers come and go so fast, whereas like if you're talking about like dentists or professors, those like 30, 40, 50 year long careers.
Yeah.
Right. And like they're reliable, they're steady, the relationship makes sense. Like a dentist like helps you start up your dentistry business under the expectation that you will send them harder cases and they will send you easier cases. Right? Like there's an expectation that the two of you are going to be feeding each other patience and business. And that's part of how most of these things work. And it's not that you're not friends. Right? It's not that this is entirely transactional, but there is this kind of like professional friendship where there is a bit of give and take. And because of the fact that this is young, because of the fact that this has happened in and amongst hustle culture, these relationships are often really incompetent. Between VTubers are often very incompetently managed.
Yeah, they are.
like it's like people don't know what to give each other. They don't know how to relate to each other. They expect a lot more or less personal friendship than is reasonable for the types of relationships they find themselves in.
Correct.
There's nobody who's like experienced enough to really like show the ropes. the few people who are like truly experienced enough to be the kind of mentors that you expect just like a normal professor to be, they're getting fucking inundated. They're drinking from a goddamn fire hose. They have no time for your nonsense.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, very importantly, one of the biggest scourges in the content creator space, there's a lot of people who are happy and willing to sell coaching and content creation classes who are just scammers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. This is how I started a new channel and became partner and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, yeah, you told everybody that you were doing this channel and that's how you got partner again. Like, duh.
Yeah.
You have a big fan base already, or you don't have a big fan base. You just pretend to have a big fan base because you bought all your followers.
And there's actually a really good video about this by Super Eye Patch Wolf about content creator courses, and it's a very good video. It's a very, very good video where he's talking about content creator courses, and a point that he makes that like really stuck in my craw. It's not like I think the most important moment, but it's the one that's the easiest to talk about. Is okay. So if you ask me, Super Eye Patch Wolf, what is the strategy for getting big on YouTube in 2023 or whatever the year was he published? The strategy, if you want to emulate me, is upload long form shonen analysis 8 years ago.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Like, yeah. Like his success is not like he's like, I have no idea what somebody who's in a small VTubing, streaming position, a small YouTuber position would get done.
It's playing the meta.
Today, I have no idea. Well, I mean, but like, you don't know what the meta is until it's already passed.
Sometimes. I think like now, right now, the metas are like lewd tubing or reaction tubing, drama tube. Like that's also why a lot of people get into drama tubing so much, is because it gets a lot of instant viewers really fast.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is it's a lot of fair weather fans, where as soon as the news or the drama stops, they stop focusing on you again.
I have in general become a believer in I shouldn't say a believer. I've in general become very suspicious of any fast growth techniques.
Yeah.
I'm generally suspicious of almost all of them.
The fastest growth technique that actually works is luck. Like,
yeah, the luck I don't have an argument against. Luck it's paid off for me. It has paid off for me.
There are the streamers that have that luck. Like, so Krelly is a big VTuber right now that blew up real fast. Well, if you actually look at Krelly, she's been streaming for a long time and recently blew up hugely. But that's not because like it's not just luck. She also did utilize the opportunity she got, and she made it happen, and she made it continue to happen and kept with it, because also she kind of got, I'm not gonna say she got king made, but like she didn't let it go. She got the opportunities and she stuck with them, and it is done some really good stuff. She also has a clipper that is propping her up to make her stay in the zeitgeist, basically. Hi, George.
I was about to say like luck is one of several load-bearing components.
Yes, it is how preparing everything so you have a good base to capitalize on your good fortune also does matter. I will say that.
I can think of maybe one streamer who it's almost entirely who's like primarily luck more than anything else, but like it's luck and being prepared to do something with that luck. Right,
ads are gonna run in a little bit.
Ads are gonna run.
Do you want me to run them now?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, you can take a break if you'd like. Usually I like just to vamp while we're doing ads, so like people don't miss conversations, and then just like I just talk in circles for like 30 minutes or 3 minutes, and they don't actually notice that I'm talking in circles. So it's really funny like that I just talk in circles, or just anyone that's talking, I just talk to them. Hi, George.
I am going to refill my water. I'll be back in 10 seconds.
If you trip into something awesome, you need to know how to make it best of it. Alternatively, you can have no luck at all and still put yourself with the bootstraps. I hate that you use the bootstraps term, but yeah. I don't know if you can hear me, George. You might be ads, you might not be ads, depending when you got in here. I don't know. It's streaming's weird. Streaming, there's a lot of things to set yourself up to be successful. There's a lot of things of just like, I don't know. It's why I also encourage people, streamers, to apply to agencies just for the sole purpose of evaluating what they have as a streamer. Because sometimes you realize, oh, why would this company hire me? I don't have anything valuable to give them. So, but if he's like, oh, I have a YouTube, I have all of these content, I have all this stuff to show off why I'm cool, then it helps. So, but yeah, no, I was looking up a lot of the clippers. Like Cooksy was a huge clipper, Roach-chan was a huge clipper, and they're practically dead now. I don't know if they've moved on to other channels or whatnot, but they haven't, like, Cooksy hasn't posted in a year, and that's after taking, like, getting award and then coming back and then leaving again. And then also Roach-chan. I need to learn so much. Yeah, day by day, little by little, you learn stuff. I think taking things slow and not like Blazin, like I feel like you're in a really good opportunity to like learn by helping is a thing. Doing back end stuff has got me to help and got my name out there way more than anything. I have friends like that have done Phillian meetups and stuff like that, so people know where they are in the space. One of the things that I will talk about, like going to conventions, it's cool to go to convention once, but if you consistently go to conventions and run into the people over and over and over again, they start to build a relationship with you and think you're cool by remembering you, which is a lot harder if you only met them once and trying to like, you're like, you want a collab? And like, no, that's not going to happen. You know? So getting your name out there is also huge. And being into space for a while also helps. And I think ads are done.
And I'm back.
Welcome back. I was saying,
yeah, it's
getting your name out there. It does help.
Well, it does. I mean, and that's, you know, it's, yeah, my highest tier annoyance with, my most common annoyance. I don't know my highest annoyance. My most common annoyance with Twitter is that it is the like deliberately trying to discourage people from advertising on it, which is like the reason why I'm there. It's like, so like, what am I here for? Like, why am I? It's like, oh, we want to keep everybody here by making it so there's no reason to be here.
Yeah.
So like this is,
they also put out new changes and also like actually talked about how the algorithm was blocking anyone that was putting links in their main post. So that's fun.
I've given up on giving a shit. I just put it there anyway.
That's fair. That's fine.
Fuck them. Like the people are following me. They're using chronological feed pretty frequently.
Yeah.
I whatever, man. Whatever. Like
it's a terrible thing, and also now it's fully AI. It's all just feeding Grok. That's what it's feeding now. That's all they care about. It's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah. I'm still. I don't know. I've gotten a fairly large percentage of my success via Twitter, unfortunately, which I hate admitting, but I have to as a matter of honesty. Genuinely. Like not sure what my path forward is here, right? Like genuinely like I am actually doing fairly well, I think, but it's, as far as I can tell, it's actually mostly like Twitch driven. I feel like it's actually one of the funniest parts about like listening to bigger, more established VTubers and YouTubers is them being like, oh, people will not find you via Twitch. And I'm like, I actually think something like 85% of people who found me via Twitch.
But I feel like,
Like,
don't you kind of attribute that to like the community that you're like the co-communities you're part of? And
yes, I do think so. I think that I think it's a matter of like what you are
associated with
doing. Well, and it's a matter of like what your skills are as well.
Sure.
Like it's a matter of what your skills are and like what those and like how you utilize them. And I am not a very good poster.
Congrats on that. Yeah. Well, so here's the thing: is like I joke about that. Like male VTubers is a whole topic.
Oh my god! Yeah.
But it's just like us, you and me. If we collabed with some of the biggest female streamers, that wouldn't do jack diddly squat for us. It's because the viewers are not looking for this and this for their streams. Like it's what they don't tune into. They tune in for, you know, a certain type of stream, and we clearly do not have that. So
I do wonder. I do wonder a lot about it. Like again, because I think about all this stuff all the fucking time.
All the time.
And it's the when I
personality. That's their personality, Shark.
I've got something round shaped. Talking about my belly. It's I notice that people tend to notice. Oh, hi Kara. Hi Kara. The people I tend to find a lot of people tend to find me, I should say, via word of mouth.
Yeah.
And I like this as a growth strategy. I'm not going to lie. It appeals to my old school sensibilities, and it's tended to lead to pretty good loyalty.
Yes. I think that matters the most.
Yeah, there is a turnover rate, and I mean, it's fair, right? I don't want to be like, these people Oshi henning or no, like people find my streams interesting for a certain amount of time, and some people find them interesting for a very long time, but some people watch what I do for a couple weeks or even months, and they go, how much do I actually enjoy watching calligraphy? Like, you know, like it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know, people come and go, and I am trying to provide them with some entertainment and some interesting history stories.
And those people will come back.
Or they don't, and it's okay. Right?
Fair.
It's they, if it's not for them, if it's not the vibe they particularly like it's not a big deal. They get to do what they want. It's my responsibility to put on a good show, and I do the best I can. And but like there is definitely like, I do think about the gender of it all. I think a lot because there is a huge narrative, right? There's a huge narrative like, oh, like male VTubers are just getting screwed, right? That's like a huge thing.
That's not
I see
it, but
like,
I see why people say it.
I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true. I think for one thing, I think the biggest factor here is that there is something of a success for female VTubers.
You're cutting out a little bit, yes.
Okay. There's something of I'll repeat it then. There is something of an established successful formula for female VTubers. That is like, play games and like make like PG-13 jokes. Like, you know, like you are trying to.
A lot of it's not even playing games.
Yeah, sometimes it's not, but it's like you are, because like what we're actually doing here, what we're actually doing as streamers is we are crafting the parasociality. And which parasociality are you crafting? And yes. I am crafting the experience. Ideally, the ideal version of what I am doing, personally speaking, is you go to a bar or a coffee shop and there's an old guy there who is willing to tell you weird old history stories and talk about books and like listen to you when you've got your own little weird story to tell. Like that's what I'm trying to create, right? Is
Yeah.
like the regular at the bar who's got like some education and experiences that is fun to talk to.
See,
This is not an established formula. Being the cool gamer girl is.
sure. So
That's what I think is going on. Yeah.
I also have a huge problem is because I have such a high variation of a high energy to low energy that
Mhm.
I think I have a problem there because I have a lot of my friends are very high energy. I like being high energy. I think they give me a renewed sense of energy and more fun, but I know a lot of people that's grating. But I'm also I'm a very low key person. So like my solo streams can be very low key, but they can also be very energetic and crashing out type stuff. Hi Vex. So it's me as a person, it's actually kind of complicated of like, who are my actual audience, you know?
Well, and I will admit that I've made some deliberate decisions, right, about what I do. 2024, in the fall of 2024, I played a ton of horror games on streams.
Yeah.
Right, I played a ton of horror games on streams. I actually had a great time. I played
Yes.
Signalis, I played Slay the Princess, I played Mouthwashing. These were great. The gap between what those games were doing and how I was streaming them did not play well together.
Interesting.
And I am one of the few people I know who saw a huge drop off from playing Silent Hill. Right.
Sure.
It's
But
pretty
also-
unusual.
But
And
it's also a thing of consistency. So if you kept on doing that, you could get those numbers back up.
maybe I think that matching is really important. I think that like creating a emotional experience that people want to come back to is
yes.
what matters. And I think it's worth thinking about how it plays with your personality. It is worth saying, I don't feel super bad about this. The
Okay.
number of things that I want to do on stream exceeds the number of streams that I'll ever do in my lifetime 10 times over.
Same.
Right?
same.
Like I will absolutely die of old age before I get through my backlog by any stretch of the imagination. So making like narrowing down my option space and like eliminating things that like aren't as successful for me on various different criteria is fine. I am not going to run out of stuff to do at the rate that I am going. It is fine. It's not a big deal. If anything, it's kind of helpful to just be like, okay, that's one more menu off of the item, right? That's an item just removed from the to-do list
Fair.
by external factors. And that's fine. Like but it's worth saying that like it's worth thinking about what the strategies are. And I mostly think that for the male VTubers, we just don't have as established of a route that a lot of the female VTubers are able to follow.
But I feel like the male thing that is established, you and me don't want to do.
Oh, the sex work side?
Sure, the boyfriend experience, the soft boy type thing of like basically the idol basically looking like a you know the pop star.
Truck-kun, I'm a goddamn adult. I am going to use my adult words to refer to adult phenomenon. I will just say it's sex. I will just say that if somebody's making not safe for work audio, I'm not going to.
Well, I don't even know if again. I also I don't know what is sex worker versus what is just boyfriend experience. That's
true. There's a fuzzy line. There's a fuzzy line. There is a fuzzy line around sex work, right? But if you're doing NSFW stuff, I think that qualifies as
yes.
sex work.
No, that's
Like,
fair.
it's
If you
fine.
do that.
I think that's fine. I also want to be clear. I think that's fine. I think sex work is work, and sex workers deserve their respect. Like, don't be assholes.
I have a bunch of friends that I'm, I don't think I can do it, but good for them for being able to do all that.
If it is work that is sex, if it's not safe for work because it's sexual, if it is not safe for work for completely non-sexual reasons, then it isn't sex work. But that's a pretty interesting space.
Yes.
There's a pretty narrow space where you're making truly NSFW audio that has nothing to do with sex.
You know
Uh,
it when you see it. Not Twitch
you know,
stuff, but yeah.
yeah, when I'm not talking particularly about Twitch stuff. The I will be honest, I'm not like above that. It's just that I don't think it suits my talents very well.
Sure.
I don't think that it suits
You want to also what I think
how
might be happening with this, which
Mhm.
I think is actually kind of a funny thing, is I think a lot of women will watch other women's like streams and stuff like that, where I don't
Mhm.
think a lot of straight men will watch other straight men do that kind of stuff because it's
Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, I have quite a few straight men who watch my streams, but I think that's because I have an established reputation as a guy who will like play history games and talk
Yeah.
about history stuff, and like the Paradox gamers are so starving that they will actually like hang around for the like 1 in 15 streams where I fire up Victoria 3. But like it.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like the more popular boyfriend experience type things. It's like
Yeah.
I'll never watch that, so I'll never know what even goes on in that stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. That is actually kind of like a funny way to think about this. That like if your goal, right, if you're a male VTuber and your goal is to have big audience number, then if that is actually your goal, if your goal is not to put on an artistic experience that you care about, then you like, why not? Right? Like, why not? You should be watching these NSFW boyfriend experience guys and like taking notes on what they're doing, right? Like
just to see what is the standard, what do people like?
Yeah, what is
that's
it?
The only way you'll attract them is what they like and try to emulate some of that.
If you do care about the numbers, right? Did you also do an ASMR for Subathon?
No, I will have to do an ASMR, but I don't want to do it half-assed. Like I want to be able to do it correctly and give it a good shot. Because like
it's a skill. It's a skill. It takes some practice to know how to do the voice and
yes,
I'm aware work on it.
How you do the voice, but you also want to set up like how it does it as well.
Yes, this is true.
This is NPR.
I think that is the actual Almanta's ASMR experience. It's just kind of an ASMR NPR show.
But yeah. It's two old men, one shit. I honestly kind of wonder if my ASMR voice like gets murdered by going over Discord. I've actually
it does a little bit. I got it, but Discord not great.
I figured that the Discord. I've always wondered about that because like I have it set up like special on like my OBS, but like I figured it kind of gets murdered.
It's a little crack or not crack. It loses a lot of the depth.
Yeah, I think it loses some of it. It's probably a little bit more tinny.
Yes.
I think that I'm always worried that when I try to do the ASMR voice over Discord that like the Discord noise suppression is gonna like cut me out.
I didn't cut you out, but yes, it can be weird.
Yeah. It's I actually liked doing the ASMR stream. A lot of my regulars fucking hated it.
Oh yeah, no, most of the regulars hate it.
Um,
That's why if I ever did like regular ASMR, it'd probably be Patreon or some other like just a separate YouTube.
Yeah. And from my perspective, the thing that was weird about ASMR was I didn't feel comfortable on my own end talking about harsher subjects, which wound up feeling very limiting. Like I felt like obligated to be putting on like a nice show.
Well, because I feel like a lot good ASMR people like write a full script and everything, and like really prepare for it. So some of them will like if you get big enough, it's the thing of if you get big enough, it usually becomes easier because if you get big enough, then you can have people pay for requests and everything like that. So
yeah.
I hate the idea of like the bigger you are as a streamer, the easier it gets because the more you can just farm out your content for chat and other people.
It's true. It was something. It's honestly like when people talk about like newbie advice in the space, it's like the one that really gets on my nerves. Is when a person who is like starting out really new and they're like, "Oh, but if I don't have any chatters, how am I supposed to respond to things?" And it's like, this is literally the skill.
You have to talk.
This
to
is
yourself.
literally
you,
the skill.
you have to talk
Like,
to yourself.
You have to talk to yourself. Like, this is literally the skill. It is the bare minimum. This is the expectation. Like, if you're not willing to figure that out and you're going to just throw a temper tantrum about it, I'm not willing to give you any more help, because like this is the minimum. Like, this is the actual minimum. Not having like a Fugi bottle or something like that. This is the minimum.
Which is funny because like, when I first started, I did two things. One, I prepared a lot of like YouTube news articles or stuff like that. It would just rant on things and talk and talk and talk. And if someone responded to things, oh, great, I now have someone to talk to. If not, I still have to talk. Then games where I would explain every single detail of what I'm doing and what my thought process is for these things. Whereas a lot of people will just be like, just pick the thing and don't talk about it and go.
Well, this is the thing about the art form, right? This is the thing about the art form.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're an actual mute VTuber, like that's like a totally
that's a whole other
form.
thing.
Like, it's like a whole like legitimate thing. Like Celeru and Corpse are doing like legitimate streaming. Like they're doing.
They're
like,
talking with their body, and I don't mean that in a
mean,
sexual way. Well, they do that too.
Corpse is not. Corpse is not. Corpse is unanimated. She's talking entirely via text, but
There's
like she
also
is
that,
communicating.
which is-
She's explaining what she's doing. This is like she's not doing nothing, right? Yeah, Corpse rules. I actually like Corpse a lot as a streamer. But the
Dude, QE is so good with body language.
you need to have a plan for your art form that is not exclusively reliant on already being big.
Yeah.
Like you need to have a route to like doing something interesting from the start. Shark Ray. I mean, I can raid Corpse more often, and you can watch her. Yeah, like I can show you. Corpse and Sella do it all the time. It depends on Corpse and Sella both play games and they are typing. Corpse tends to play like pretty turn-based games, not exclusively, but a lot of like JRPGs, and so it gives her time to where she can respond to chat in a meaningful way. Sella is just crazy. Sella just like accepts there's a certain amount of dead air. And it's like this is totally a viable thing you can do. It's an artistic vision. But my point more is like you need to have a artistic vision for your stream that works at any audience size.
Yeah.
Because
there's a lot of things, ideas that I have that I would love to do, but I just don't have the size for it.
The big one, the obvious one for me,
okay,
is King in the Castle.
The game
King in the Castle requires a certain minimum amount of chat participation in order to just function, and you can make up for it. Like chat activity is a thing that is its own kind of independent modifier, but that's functionally a multiplier that is applied to your chat.
Yeah.
And I tried to do King in the Castle, and the combat, I don't actually have a lot of gamers. Oh, I should say I have a lot of non-gamers and a lot of people who watch my streams to co-work and are therefore not interested in playing a game with me while I am streaming. Right? So even if they're active in chat, they don't want to opt into playing a game while I'm streaming. So I got like 2 people.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, this is not the game actually literally breaks at that point. You really need a minimum of like 9 people in order for the game to just like function. And so like that's a game that I really want to play on stream, but I'm not going to feel comfortable doing it until my audience size is considerably larger.
Yep, fair.
So
Like I personally, I would love to do a call-in talk show. Well, kind of call-in, not a live call-in, but like someone calls in and you pick the messages that they leave, an advice show. And I'd love to do that. But the amount of people you need to do that is way too big.
I think about doing it fairly frequently because you know who I look at way more often than I look at like other VTubers? Is I look at radio shows.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like way more often about Car Talk, about Oprah, about my big one, which is not a talk show at all, but my big one is Mr. Rogers.
Okay, I can see that.
Right, like
I
these
see
are
that a lot now.
Yeah, these are like my big inspirations. Bob Ross is another big one, but he doesn't really do call-ins. But like, yeah, I would love to do like call-ins. And I think the only thing really stopping me from doing call-ins, because I currently already have a system where I have a certain number of people who I have given special rights to, that if I am in a special Discord channel, they can just drop in.
Yeah.
So like if you watch my stream, like when Noir comes on, I rarely like set that up in advance. Like Noir and Yanomancer, usually when they're on, they just are like, I am awake and I want to hang out with Al.
I also have a channel that is like, if I'm in near people, anyone that has permission can come stop by.
Yeah. But that's not like a permission to like almost everybody in chat in the way that like we're talking about, right? With like doing like call-ins.
Just select. Yeah.
And it's a little bit of a challenge because like on radio, I don't know how they do it on radio where they screen callers in a way, right? And
they usually have someone that talked to them a little bit.
I think they do. I think they usually have a pre-screen. Yep. I have called into the radio show and I didn't get pre-screened out. So I just there wasn't
cut
like
you off. Like that.
Yeah.
There was there's a amount of time like they're allowed to do stuff.
But just like on Twitch, I feel like I'm just worried that like some of the people who might do that.
Well, that's the thing is I'd rather do like a call in to voicemail type thing where they leave a message and you're not really talking with them.
One. That's a good one. Is like to answer a voice. That's actually really good. That's actually a really good solution.
Yeah, I really want to do that, but like again, I could start the voicemail and probably only do it like once every 6 months, maybe. Maybe I could do that. That's fine. But again, one of my bigger inspirations is the McElroy brothers.
Oh, it's a good choice. Yeah, that makes sense.
They are so good.
Very radio inspired. They're very radio show. Yeah.
Their dad was he worked in radio for all his life.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a big inspiration for me. Giant Bomb, if you've ever heard of them, also huge inspiration. Which is funny because they're a video game website that just do way more stuff. So yeah, content creators. It's weird.
Yeah.
Technically Rooster Teeth, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, that feels very elaborate.
Yeah, and like so we actually did a little bit of that with do you know Rexon Games? Rexon?
I don't.
He does some stuff for Fillion. But he had a roast show and he would invite some chatters to roast him. That's okay. Fair. I helped with the back end for that. But the whole idea of that was anyone that was a chatter that wasn't a streamer had to pre-write their set and tell it to a mod, and they could only perform that set when they go up for the stream. And it went pretty well. And it's funny because like you do also realize how hard it is to make a roast, because he's known as being like a roast VTuber. Like he has made some really good roasts and people. Okay, I wouldn't say he has killed VTubers, but he has roasted the VTubers and then they graduate. So that's always a funny thing to talk about. Do you know Punkalope?
I don't.
She was big in shorts and everything like that. Also fantastic thing. The last stream she ever did was Rex had wrote a roast on her and then she graduated. Very funny. They both knew it was happening, but it just dumb thing. But roasts are hard.
Roasts are super hard. I would not I'm super bad at them, so I'm not even gonna try. Like, I'm not even gonna fucking.
I also had to do production work and do camera work and then do a roast set, and my brain was not liking that.
Oh yeah.
Literally for an hour doing camera work for because it was all in VR chat, and then having to go and do my roast, and then going back to camera work, and my brain goes, "I'm gonna shut off now." I'm like, frick me. That's the worst.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm just bad at being like mean to people. Just like I'm just it's like not a form of humor that like I'm solid at.
There is a way you can do it where it's not mean, and it's yeah. No, I get it.
It's a skill. It's a skill.
It
It's
is
a
a
skill I
skill.
haven't developed. It's a skill I haven't developed. So that's not like whining.
Says
It's
Al
just-
the bully.
Kara, that's because you like roll over and present your belly like a dog with fire rubs.
See, you're really good at roasting. You just
Okay,
need the
there's a
right
specific-
victim.
there's a I don't know that that's roasting. That's something slightly different.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, that's really funny.
I would not say it's just stating facts. It is meeting somebody where they're at, is what I would say. Just giving somebody what they want.
But also, yeah, I guess there is a difference between roasting someone and just jabs at each other, which, you know,
Mhm,
friendly
mhm.
jabs. Because
Mhm.
roast, I've learned the hard way that roasts actually need to be a little more generic and more like made for an audience to understand. I love inside jokes, and I'll do inside jokes every single day. But that's not what everybody else likes, so I get it. But yeah. Anyways, it is we're over time, so it's
We're over
whenever.
time. I am comfortable ending whenever. This has been pretty good. I can see that my Windows update is staring at me menacingly.
Do you want to talk about the Streamer Awards before we go?
I didn't have a whole lot. So I said this on my own stream, but I'll say it like kind of quick. I've got like a kind of quick hot take on it.
Let's do hot takes.
And here's my big hot take. And this is a big grand hot take that's not really specifically about the Streamer Awards. Men honor awards, awards do not honor men. This is an old phrase, and what it means is that
Fair.
the thing that makes an award worthwhile is the history of people that award has been given to. And so it is that it associates you. By getting an award, you are considered to be associated with and a peer with other people who have received that award. So if the other people who have received that award are not special or interesting or worthy of admiration, the award's not worth jack.
I don't disagree with you.
To use the most extreme example, I'm going to go to a very, very extreme example here. Nobels.
Yep.
And I'm going to ignore the science Nobels, the real Nobels, and I'm going to ignore the fakest Nobel, which is the econ Nobel. And I'm going to talk about the two Nobels that are real but not the science Nobels, which is literature and peace. The Literature Nobel Prize is pretty legit. If you are interested in like, oh, who's a good writer, you can do worse than just looking at the list of Nobel Literature Prize winners and just reading some crap by them. The last two Nobel Prize winners in literature are Han Kang and Krasznahor, and they're actually phenomenal writers. Han Kang is literally one of my favorite writers of all time. You could absolutely do worse than picking up a copy of The Vegetarian, as like if you just want to like read a good book. Like the Nobel Literature Prize is a pretty legitimate one. There's obviously considerations and concerns about the fact that, unsurprisingly, a group of Swedes over the last 100 years tended to disproportionately choose white people. That's what a profound surprise. They also did not just randomly choose white guys who were bad authors. They still chose ones who were pretty fucking good authors. It is a shortcoming, but whatever. It's just a shortcoming that you know about.
Yeah.
The Peace Prize, by contrast, like a third of Peace Prize winners are fucking war criminals.
Yeah.
Like The Nobel Peace Prize could be improved by literally handing it out at complete randomness. It's
Fair.
getting a Nobel Peace Prize is practically an insult at this point.
Yeah.
So
There's always
that's
that
the most-
Obama meme of just awarding
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah. There was a VTuber who has a really good bit where they had a sock puppet of Elsa, and they're like, who's that Pokemon and who's that war criminal, and every single war criminal was a Nobel Prize winner.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
That's
a ridiculous bit. An insane bit. So and my point with this is like when you look at the streamer awards, your willingness to care about it is how much power it has.
Yeah.
And so if you are one of many people who I'm not including myself among this, who looks at the streamer awards and goes, oh, I hate these fucking people, I'm not including myself here because I don't pay enough attention, so I don't actually have formed opinions on most of these people.
Hey, I looked at the list and I was like, who are any of these people? I know the big ones, but oh my god, I don't know any of these people.
You pay way more attention to streamers.
Yeah.
I knew Chibi Doki and Iron Mouse, and that was it. I Love Puzzles seems to be delightful. Other than that, I don't know who these people are, and I cannot care. Your ability to fight about it is what gives it power.
Yes.
And so, and this is I think that this is true of almost all awards. One where I actually have more of an informed opinion is the various game awards that go around. The Jeff Awards I do not respect at all, and I get really annoyed. People respect that they just choose the safest option.
Fair,
The
but
Jeff
also
Awards is just
the Keeley.
cowardly.
I call it the Keeley Awards.
Okay.
That is also all the like journalists are the ones that do the voting for that. Those are very much like Emmys and Oscars for things though.
I will say I don't actually like those very much either.
Well, no, that's a whole other thing.
I'm a snob. The game awards that I like are NPR and BAFTA.
BAFTA's okay. BAFTA's a good one. Yeah.
The NPR one's actually pretty good. They just because the NPR clearly doesn't care. They just asked people around the office what was their favorite game that year, and they just put out like 50 of them.
That's okay, but that's the thing is usually I care about like my the journalist that I do, like Giant Bomb does an amazing game of the year stuff.
Giant Bomb is respectable. I like Something Awful's game of the year one.
Yep, that's also great.
Like,
I used to love Joystick.
Like Joystick. If Action Button ever does one, that would be amazing.
Besties now.
Like you the viewer, you can choose to just kind of not give a shit.
Yeah. No.
like if you think an award show has bad opinions, you can stop caring. And this is what has happened to the Grammys, where nobody cares about the Grammys.
Yeah, they've ruined it.
It's like they're an embarrassment. They're embarrassing. Yeah. Like it's incredibly cringe.
And Oscars are almost like that too now.
Oscars are an interesting one. Oscars wind up at an interesting spot because the Oscars don't have the worst taste, but the reason why the Oscars get the kind of cachet they do is because they're chosen. They are boring. But the Oscars, the award show itself, the reason why it gets the kind of social cachet that it does is because it's the one that actors vote on.
Yeah.
And people think that most people, at least 20 years ago, I think this is less true now, 20, 30 years ago, people thought that like the only people who really understand movies are the people who are inside movies.
Yeah.
Which is stupid and untrue and nonsense.
No, it's nonsense.
The Oscars have protected themselves from complete embarrassment by making it so the Oscars are at the end of an existing award circuit, and so the Oscars kind of limit themselves to like movies that already win like Palme d'Or and stuff like that.
Fair.
So they're kind of putting themselves downstream of critics who know what they're talking about.
Yes.
And so that puts some guardrails on it. This does not protect them completely because the animation award is almost always just a complete embarrassment.
It really is.
It's really dire. Like the people in the people in the Academy openly say they just vote for the only animated film they saw, which was whichever one their kid begged them to go to.
I also love how the VTubers are the anime award of the Oscars.
They fucking are.
It's great.
They absolutely are. I do think that from what I could tell from watching the streamer awards, what there is something about it is that the streamer awards are they are partially Twitch trying to push back against certain trends they see on the platform that they do not like. Twitch was started as a gamer company,
Yes.
right? Like, this is for gamers, and there's this contingent of the people inside Twitch who really resent the existence of streams like this one.
Yeah. No, I get it.
And so they are using the streamer awards to try to push for more return to that gamer culture, right?
Hey, best Marvel Rival streamer presented by Marvel Rivals isn't really going to sell me on that.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that really hurts your credibility as an award show. Right?
No.
That's the sort of thing that like really makes you go like, come on, man. And again, like the thing that makes an award show feel more credible to most of us as audience members is that it establishes a sense of taste and demonstrates a sensibility around taste that is not just saying whatever is the safest option.
Yeah.
And
well, I honestly,
which is not fair.
Burt Peanut is a weird thing.
That's a swing. I do feel like it is also them pushing back a little bit against like treating Twitch as a general entertainment platform, which I understand, right? Like you want to establish some amount of brand consistency. I just also, as one of the people who was on here doing calligraphy streams and mini painting streams and podcasts, I also don't want them to win. I understand where they're coming from. I just don't like it. I personally disagree with them. Like I do understand it though. Like the fear that you would just be competing with YouTube on YouTube's home turf, without without any sort of like thing going for you. Like I get that, but it's yeah, that's kind of my main thought. I did not recognize those streamers. I think that for the Hidden Gem Award, that's actually kind of like a good sign. But for like other categories, if it's like I'm literally like almost full-time active in this space, and I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Like that's a sign
that whole like people were joking. It's the LA streamer awards where like anyone in the LA area is the one that got nominated at all.
It would be deeply funny if I moved to LA and I just like went Hidden Gem next week or something.
But
like
also,
that.
as someone that's living in the LA area, it's almost impossible to get into that space unless like you have connections in a weird way. And hey, as someone that works in television, you'd think, but also I'm not trying to get into those.
I'm so deeply New York. I'm so deeply New York literary scene. Like that's my actual scene is the New York literary.
I could not get into this at all.
Yeah. I think I am one of the people that they view as an enemy.
A lot of those people so fake. It just actually drives me insane.
That's LA, baby. That's what your city's famous for. That's like the point. That's the sell point. It's the fakest city on the planet. Nobody cares.
It's rough.
The whole BoJack Horseman bit about it.
Oh yeah, no, it's all real. It's all not a bit.
Just watch Mulholland Drive.
But yeah, but it's also funny. Is like a lot of people are like bitching about the Burt Peanut and stuff like that, and it's fine. He won. I don't think he doesn't not deserve it. He blew up real fast because of Arc Raiders. Because like he was a big Tarkov streamer, and I hate that game. But like I was getting YouTube clips of him, and I never heard of him before, and all of a sudden now I heard of him. Hi Zella. So it's kind of crazy. He also just through the rule of new almost. He blew up at such a certain time that he was able to he got lucky. He got lucky. He's luck is important.
I mean, he was an experienced streamer already.
Yes.
I mean, so there's a lot of discourse within the VTubing space around the Burt Peanut victory.
Yeah.
If you just think he's an asshole because of like how he behaves on stream, that's like a complaint that I don't actually have any objection to. If you just like don't like a person because of their behavior, that's like
sure,
okay.
But
there's a lot of like. He's not a VTuber because his model's non-traditional was like total jerk off motions. I didn't care.
Just shut up.
Just shut up. Geoff's one of my favorite VTubers. There's a lot of like, oh, he's not like invested in like our community and our culture. I'm like, I don't think that's
not a thing.
I don't think I think that there is like culture to VTubing. I don't think there's a community.
I complain
And-
about the culture sometimes. I complain
Yeah.
about the culture a lot. I think there's some really
I think-
shitty things that happen in the VTubering.
Oh yeah,
sphere.
I see a lot of things I dislike about the VTuber culture.
I almost didn't start because of the idol worshiping crap that
I think
that is,
entirely possible. If I had known more about VTubing, I wouldn't have.
yeah.
Like I started with very little knowledge. I started with very, very little knowledge about VTubing, and a lot of the stuff that people say is really important to know is like bad. Like it's just like it's like, oh, this is like culture. I think there's a lot of toxic positivity
Yeah,
in
Chris.
the space in ways that is like really grotesque.
Ugh.
I think that there's a lot of really grotesque social climbing. I
Yes.
see fairly frequently, and I think that's not a cultural tendency that is worth protecting. There's a lot of things to be critical of in this space. I've seen quite a lot of harassment just fully out in the fucking open
Oh, yeah,
in the last couple
no.
of weeks, and it's not something that. And again, like it's not like any culture I have been a part of is immune to this, right? Like I'm from academia, right? Like, you know, there's a lot of academic scandals, and it's actually kind of interesting the ones that get press and outside of academia and the ones that don't, because those tend to reflect the political interests of people outside of academia and what they want to be true about academia rather than the actual scale of the wrongdoing done within academia, which is very frustrating, right?
Yep.
I'm referring to cases of academic fraud where some of the biggest academic frauds have basically skirted by with very little public commentary.
Yeah.
And some
It
academic
happens.
frauds that were uninteresting and actually caught by the system working as intended get blown up as like huge deals because they happen in specific fields. For some reason, people don't talk about the Schoen scandal, despite it nearly getting a fucking Nobel Prize on complete fraud.
That's crazy. But you know, shit happens. Things
Yeah,
fall through the cracks, and things
yeah.
people get famous
Yeah,
for no reason.
things shouldn't fall through the cracks to the point where the guy is a shoo-in for the Nobel Prize and gets caught during the lead up to his nomination process.
Yeah.
That's really rough. that's really damning. But yeah, it's not like there are ever fields where any field where you can climb pyramids. There are going to be people who get up by that pyramids by putting their boots on other people's necks, and then people who worship those boots, and those are disgusting behaviors on both fronts. That said, it's also true that it does happen in VTubing, and I still get to not like it. I still get to not like it.
Yeah.
Like, I am fortunate that in my own experience of VTubing, because I have made choices to be a pretty unusual type of VTuber, that means I get very little benefit from doing a lot of that grotesque ass kissing, and therefore I just don't have to do it because I wouldn't have benefited anyway. The only reason for me to do it would have been to look like other streamers, so it's pointless.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And the thing is, like, I want to help streamers like create cool things, and like I want to do back end stuff, and like it's a lot harder to do that when I don't know. I'm torn because I would love to do more back end stuff and more bigger streams, more money budget behind it. And like not even asking for money, just wanted to do cool things. I don't know. It's a whole thing, and I feel like kissing up can get you there, and like making connections and networking with a bunch of people can kind of get you there, but also people are lazy. So I don't know.
There's laziness. There's also like people tend to follow the social scripts that they see around them.
Yeah.
And it's not just a VTubing thing. This is a broader cultural thing that's like we have an entire philosophical apparatus defending ass kissing as a virtuous behavior. right? Like we have an entire. Like this is like freaking like this is
Yeah.
like I'm not like being small here. I'm talking like Aristotle, right? Like I'm talking like Aristotle and like Hobbes as like worshippers of power for power's sake, and that gives you a lot of psychological and philosophical justification to find the most powerful person around you and just fawn on them in the hopes that that they will just be nice to you just because you're a suck up. And that's like I said,
I had to deal with as
We're
a
talking-
streamer.
well, yeah, I think you have to deal with the stream. I'm sure you see it in TV all the time.
Yeah. Well, yes. Also that.
Yeah, like this is very deeply ingrained, and there's a reason why it's deeply ingrained, which is that like fucking chimpanzees do this, right? Like like
Yeah.
it is like sucking up, being a sycophant is a viable political strategy that predates
I hate
humanity as a
psychopath.
concept. Yeah.
Vern, thank you for the follow.
I am very grateful that, as far as I can tell, the one person who's doing content that is like mine and is like way bigger than me seems to have retired. So I don't have to care. Like, as far as I can tell, they are perfectly nice, but it's just not my problem. Like, it's just not my
Yeah.
problem at all. And so, if I see somebody who's bigger than me and is behaving in a way that I find disgusting, I can just quietly block and ban them, and it's not my problem anymore.
Yippee.
It's just not my problem. It's but if I was doing a different type of stream, I might have a different set of incentives and thoughts about it. So you know, I have a bit of a privilege of being a person who's coming in here with a unique style and perspective, and it's like I said. I mean, this was like the smarter criticism I saw about the VTuber awards was like, some of these people are sleazy and disgusting.
Yeah.
And rubbing elbows with them makes you sleazy and disgusting
Yeah.
by association. And that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And it feels bad to
Yep.
feel like you are like obligated to admire people who you actually kind of look down on. And that's like that's an intelligent, like that's an intelligent criticism. But there's also, like I said, a lot of stupid criticism, a lot of asinine stuff, a lot of people who
that's also what
yeah.
pisses me off is like anything that was like so like any valid criticism gets completely like irrelevant because of all of the shitty you're not being specific on what you want fixed, so you're throwing you're basically doing the shotgun approach and everything gets lost, where if you actually like focused on the good criticism to fix these things, then maybe we would make some like actual improvement in those shows. But like everyone's like, oh, also you know, Bert Peanut in like 3 or 4 years ago said a slur and you know got banned for it. He's shit. Like it's like, guys,
I mean, like I said, I am at the very. I will say I'm more tolerant of that perspective because at least it's about stuff he actually fucking did.
well,
right?
but
Like,
also
at least it's not-
but that's the thing is if he owned up to it and he. Because like I saw the clip and he immediately regretted it as soon as it was a slip of the tongue. He immediately regretted it, and
Yeah,
he also got banned for it. So like,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
mean-
bringing it up. I don't know how like good that is for the argument you're trying to make when you're
Yeah,
trying to like.
I don't know either. I don't know.
It's making a different point, and I think you're kind of getting away from like this whole thing of like what are we doing here? What is the actual thing? Are we just trying to slander and cancel him in any way possible, or are we like actually making criticism how they treated the VTubers
Well, I mean-
poorly? Like what are we
Well,
doing? So
and again, like it's a perspective I'm not like particularly sympathetic to, right? But it is a perspective, and it's a real perspective. I don't know
Sure.
if one, like I said, it's not one I like, but it's a colorable perspective. There's a good phrase, colorable, of like you like why we have so many other people on this planet. Why do we need to give our highest awards to the flawed ones?
sure.
Which I get it. I think it's still kind of dumb. It's
Like Chibidoki should have won, but I just
I do think Chibidoki is incredibly funny.
I think she puts her like I'm not saying Burnt Peanut isn't funny. I just think Shibidoki, I just have so much respect for her. She does such good. She is very funny in a way that is different from a lot of VTubers, honestly. And also how she handles her community is ingenious. And I like she has made them so parasocial in certain ways where they find her disgusting rather than like fawn over her. Granted, there's always the people that fawn over her, but like still, I have so much. I have a lot of respect for Chibi.
Yeah, but and also like there's also like a difference between there's a difference between an award is just not what you agree with and an award is like truly awful. Let me take a look at Oscars for 2018 because that was a year I actually watched enough movies to like give a crap.
Yeah,
it's like have an informed opinion. 2023 is like the other one I might have enough. Best picture was Shape of Water. Wouldn't have been my pick.
Okay.
I would have put that below Lady Bird. I would have put that below Get Out. I would put that below what's the oh my god, I feel dumb. I'm the movie that I really liked that year, and I'm forgetting it. Boots Riley, Lakeith Stanfield, the one with the horses. Anyway, that's not even on here. Like it's there's a bunch of movies that I would put above that, but like Shape of Water is perfectly reasonable, right?
Sure.
Shape of Water is like it's a weird one. The fact that like 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri got anything is just like baffling. That movie fucking sucked. Like that movie's dreadful. And that's on the same one. Like there's a difference between that and like Crash won in like 2000, what was it, 2003? Yeah. And it's like actually one of the like it's actually like a substantially worse than average movie. And it's like actively an insult to your intelligence as a movie. And here it is getting the Best Picture award. What are we talking about? These kind of like this is the difference, right? This is like I want people to have like a certain sense of like there's a difference between like an award show that puts out an award that you simply disagree with and an award show that is like actively insulting.
I think it bothers me based on how they did the who won the award. Because I heard it was 70% judges, 30% chat or votes. And that irritates me, I guess, of just like, how are they voting for these things? Like who's actually voting for this? If it's just the people in LA voting for the people in LA, is it just a gigantic circle jerk? Like, you know,
I'll be honest. I would prefer if it's 100% judges.
Yeah,
just 100% judges. Just own it. The fact that this is the taste of your institution.
But also let us know who the judges are. Like,
yeah, I don't particularly care. We can figure out their taste later. But it's a thing where like I said, sure. It's like I said, I would care that like it reflects their taste, and like allowing chat to vote in it feels like a little bit cowardly.
A little bit. Also because it doesn't matter. Like.
Yes, also that's true. That's true. Like again, they are less than 1/3 of the vote, right? Like, and if it's also especially funny if the it's also like there is a funniness to this where like, so do the judges vote and then the chat votes? I don't know this. This might be public knowledge. This might be public knowledge. This might be something that's like no. It is very funny.
I'm assuming the judges look at what the chat voted and see if they agree with. And
if they do, I was about to say if they do, it depends on the order they do it in, right? Because if they do it in the order of chat votes and then judges get to vote, then it's just like the chat votes are just like a joke, or like that's purely just to create hype.
Yes,
which is something you should feel insulted by.
I'm assuming it's the chat votes, then the judges like actually like look at everything and like, you know. Granted, they could just go, I don't care what the chat wants. They could
go, I don't care, and they could also look at what chat is saying and be like, oh shit, like we don't want to make people too mad. Both of which are cowards.
Yeah, if it's like 90%, 90% Burnt Peanut, that's probably gonna be the winner, like you know, type thing.
Yeah, we don't have a riot on our hands, but that's also still a coward move. All right. I feel like after that hot take that took us like half an hour, that's good. Is a pretty good stop point. Award shows are about displaying your ability to generate taste. That is the purpose that is the social purpose of them. their purpose from an industrial perspective is to drive hype and legitimacy towards a commercial art form, which has its own thing. And then the purpose of an award show, as opposed to just putting on an award, is to drive hype and also often to force meetings between people, which I find kind of sleazy.
Well,
But like it's often a lot of self-sucking. I am perfectly happy to be cynical about it, but also if an award show has a record of displaying good taste, like again, the BAFTAs, I respect the BAFTAs. Like they've demonstrated good taste repeatedly. So if the BAFTAs give out awards, I tend to pay attention.
sure.
But that's about the maximum of it, right? That's about the maximum of it.
So okay, there's actually a little funny because so I am technically Emmy nominated.
Nice.
I've worked on things, so I've gotten to go to Emmy shows. Granted, it's for my niche thing, not the big Emmys thing. But you kind of understand how insular and how like weird it becomes of like who you're competing against. You're competing against the same networks that you talk to every single year and you network with, and you know kind of do competitions with type thing, and it's weird in a way that like you sometimes know who's gonna win before anything happens.
Yeah.
So like
That's depending on the year and the award show. That's pretty common.
and no, but I could know. So Olympics is a huge thing on television. They will all probably always win the awards.
Yeah.
No matter what they're up against, the Olympics will win because they're just the Olympics. No one gives a shit about anything else. Doesn't matter how good or how cool something else is. Whatever show, the Olympics. So
The Olympics.
never. That's some companies will actually plan out so they don't put out a new show thing, new thing because of the Olympics, so that they can get the Emmy the next year.
That's pretty funny.
That's
Pretty
no,
funny. I mean,
there's all that
funny.
planning. So it's dumb stuff like that. Some people are very award driven to try to win these things.
Well, I mean, if you are on the inside, right? This is the thing I'm trying to emphasize about this, right? It's like depending on what your position is, where you are in the world, you should have a different feeling about it.
Yes.
If you are on the inside, if you're an insider, particularly if you're in the kind of world where like winning an Emmy or a Grammy is like on the table, that's actually a huge. Well, not so much the Grammys. And I'm sorry, an Emmy or an Oscar. That's actually a huge burnishment of your reputation among your peers.
Yeah.
Right. That's not about like the public caring about you. That's about this is a confirmation that your peers care about you.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that's worth caring about. Right. I respect that. Like it's a little bit grubby, but like
it's less peers caring. Well, it's sad because the peers are also voting, so it's a weird like competition / acknowledgement thing, and sometimes it's just a little bit of circle jerky. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah.
Zukin. I can't pronounce that. Thank you for the follow. Yo, Yuki. Thank you also for the follow. Wait.
Oh yeah. You
Liminal.
yeah.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate all. Vexing also, guys.
Vex is trying to control you into a 24-hour stream.
Thank you.
I'm actively trying to do this right now.
Do appreciate all of this.
He's plotting your downfall on this live on the chair.
I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. RWD, you're already following. Stop trying to be with the trend. Piece of fucking. Thank you for the follows. I do appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 1,000, and it's really really close now.
It is vanishingly close. I refreshed the page. 999 right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. You can't stop it. You're not even counting anymore. But yeah, no. Thank you all for being here. I think we're gonna end it here. I think so. Crap, ads are trying to run, and I'm not gonna let them. Anyways,
yeah,
it's been fun. We should do more stuff.
I love this. I love showing up on people's channels to just do some podcast style stuff. It's a delight. thank you for having me on.
No,
Thank you for having
we
me.
gotta do more stuff. I love being. Again, the weird thing about streaming is it has allowed me to connect with so many cool people and learn about so many awesome people and chatters. A lot, like even learning about chatters is always amazing.
No, it's about connecting with humans, right?
Yes,
Like-
it's weird.
Yeah. I mean, well, like we humans are an obligate social creature. We have not stopped doing so just because we have an internet at our back. Please love each other, learn about each other.
Yes.
Like, yeah. Thank you very much for having me on.
No, thank you. Do you have any recommendations for a raid target?
Recommendations for a raid target.
Yes. I appreciate everyone staying around for raiding. I do appreciate it.
I think one of my dear friends just came back
Okay.
from a vacation. She is being pretty unresponsive on her stream because she is in the VTRP. But Inari Reiju,
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
that's an obvious one.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, there's a couple of other people, a couple of my other friends online, but Inari did just come back, so from vacation. So it's Inari. May I do a brief, totally cynical self promote?
Yeah, always.
Yes.
Congratulations, Windy Day.
Wind Day. Yep, Wind Day.
You've hit the 1,000. Holy shit. Thank you so much.
And Wind Day's a sadist.
Thank you so much. My goal this year was to hit 1,000. And I do appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. All right, you do your pitch, I'll do my pitch, and then we'll raid out.
Okay. I have recently actually finally set up a proper commission page for my calligraphy comms.
Let's go!
I have
That's
been
awesome. That's awesome.
Before. So far, it is $3 per word. That's the main term and condition. I do Gothic. I don't do the pointed ones, but if you would like to commission me for some digital for scans and photos of some calligraphy, please, I would love to do so. I would love to do so. It gives me some sense of direction about where to take my art, and also allows me to buy more cozy sweaters. So please, that's my big one. And thank you again for having me on.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you all for the followers. Holy shit, 1,000. I did not expect to get, like, I was really hoping to get 1,000 this year. I'm really, really happy that I did. As long as it stays at 1,000. Because never mind. It's fine. I'm just messing with you. It's gonna be 999 when I get back here, isn't it? No. Stop it, RWD. I know it's you. Anyways, thank you so much for everyone. I really have loved streaming. I stream, if you guys don't know, I stream every Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, usually. I'd like to do VTuber, all the things. But more importantly is I'm doing a dumb little digital Secret Santa where everyone regardless of their artistic ability, is going to get a secret person to do a little doodle or sketch so that we all get this small little Christmas gift. I thought it was a fun community thing. So if you wanted to be interested in, please just sign up on the Discord. It's absolutely don't need any skill. It's the dumbest thing ever just to do a little sketch for somebody else and kind of, give a nice little gift. So I'm going to plug that because we're going to probably close that at the end of the year. I'm also doing a VR chat meetup on the 20th. Still need to figure out what the time, but we are going to do that as well. And yes, stream Friday. My plans got canceled. We were going to do something with Murder Crumpet and Rexon, but that might be getting pushed off until the week after that. So got to figure out what. Got to figure Friday. But again, appreciate you, El Montes. You were awesome.
Thank you very much for having me on.
Still really weird to have met you at off just randomly.
It was honestly, I feel very proud of the fact that several people were able to identify me just off of the strength of my cosplaying. I feel very proud of that.
It was very good. Yes, we are going to go raid the lovely Inari. She is also someone that I have randomly met through somebody else doing a podcast, and she signed up for it, and then we randomly talked and became friends too.
And Inari is legitimately one of the most charming people.
She is very nice. Also ran into her at Off-Kai randomly.
Yeah.
So that is the funny thing.
Yeah.
She's
Love
awesome.
and art. Yeah.
Go give her some love. Go give her lots of everything. Everyone have a wonderful week and happy holidays. So
Happy holidays.
yay! Good luck, old men.
We'll need it.
I'm young and spry.
I did not call this an old man yap. I called
I
it a
did.
hairy man yap. You put 2 old men in your channel. I did not put old in,
I
in
think
mine.
that'd be funnier.
That was you. You opted into this very strongly.
I did. I thought it'd be funnier to do that. Didn't need to do that, but it was funny. I thought you put old man on your.
No, I put Harry. I put Harry.
I thought you also put old. It's fine.
Nope. I put old for other people, but I put Harry for the 2 of us.
Okay. I thought I saw you say old.
I wasn't sure if you're comfortable with being called old.
I don't
That's
care.
one that
It's
people
fine.
about.
We're hags. It's okay.